Hello, welcome back to Duo Esports. We have our first game of the day. It is Saturday. It is delightful. It is a great friggin' day, and it is me, Boslo, your play-by-play caster. I believe all night, and joining me for the first game will be Vanish. He is actually a sub-member of AOL, and who will be playing this first game against Cola Brigade. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing swell, enjoying my night, getting ready for this game to come in. It's looking like Cola Brigade's only going to have one ban so far. They do have an E-sub here today, and they were a little late to lobby, so with that in mind, they're going to lose two bans from that, and then they're going to lose two bans from the E-sub. So we're going to come right into this whole ban phase right here and get to see all the bans that AOL is going to be coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely rough to be able to deal with that only one ban problem. AOL's got a lot of champions they could pick from that.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of options, but maybe sometimes they get too they pick too many of these things that they like to play, and maybe the comp doesn't come out like as well as they would like. So there's a negative and a down, or there's a negative and an upside here. Maybe Cola Brigade can pull it out, but AOL right now is a real tough customer for them to beat.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping this is gonna be a pretty spicy game. Like you said, AOL, they definitely have their downfalls, but they're still a pretty good contender.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Coming right at us, they seem to not really like Adagio here, getting the Kled ban, the Gangplank ban, the old classic Fridge Gangplank ban, but Fridge isn't in this game, but still gives me the giggles.
Yeah, they're definitely focused on that top lane, trying to get Sheer popping off early so they don't have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sheer will. His middle name shall not be said, but it will definitely eventually be said in the middle of a team fight where I'm just spouting out words like a spontaneous rabid monkey. So,
oh, for sure. That's how it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and there it goes. Let's get our second ban from Cola Brigade. We got one more coming out. There's one more from AOL. Gonna switch it to the 80 Carol, give the Wisher HD, just let him know that we're thinking about him and he's not gonna play Kai'Sa today.
Yeah, definitely giving him some love, that's for sure.
Nothing wrong with that, except for, there's all one lane and they're all in one lane. That's not very good, especially if you're the 80 carry.
Yikes.
You're like, oh yes, 5 manning in the 80 carry. I remember this. This always makes me excited.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And here we go. Cola Brigade with their last not ban coming through. We're going to start seeing some picks here, and I'm pretty excited to see what we're going to get. An immediate Sejuani first pick.
I always thought Sejuani's in a really great spot right now, so picking her first, that's definitely the smartest pick. I think the smartest thing I could think of.
It is pretty safe. It does show that you're going to scale like decently well. You're a good scaling jungler. You have a decently fast clear. You're not easily invaded, especially if you have some melee characters on your side or on your team, so you can let pressure and stuff like that. But we will have to say the Lucian and Braum immediate take up for Cola Brigade. Really liking this really strong, aggressive bot lane here.
Oh yeah, they are definitely flexing that strong, potent 2v2 lane already. Let's see what they got to counter that.
Honestly.
Alistar.
There it is. I was going to say Alistar's looking pretty good. Tahm Kench isn't that bad here, but you're going to get the Alistar. I don't know what else we're going to get, but I like the Alistar pick into the Braum Lucian lane. It's really hard for Lucian to deal with an Alistar very easily, and Alistar able to get a 2-man headbutt pulverize there is a really good combination, especially Braum and Lucian really want to be on top of each other.
Yeah, and I think AOL kind of psyched himself out with the Kai'Sa ban a little bit there, because Alistar Kai'Sa is actually a pretty good 2v2 versus Lucian Braum. But the Ashe pickup instead, that's actually pretty interesting.
I'm liking this so far. We have an immense amount of CC, and this this team comp right here is really allowing AOL to maybe pick something a bit more carry oriented in the top lane. So I'm kind of hoping to see what their idea is, because I'm assuming Adagio might be able to pull out one of his fancy top lane picks. Maybe we'll get to see like the Camille or something.
Yeah, this is definitely turning out to be a spicy game. Holy hell, look at all that CC coming through. Gonna have this last non-ban come through.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. And a Galio. Whew, that's some counter engage right there.
Yeah, I can already envision these team fights. Oh man, I cannot wait for that.
Especially, they're going to really be looking to see where those Ashe ults and how the Ashe ults land. If they land, those will be very interesting to see how this goes, especially because the long-range engage that the Ashe will provide and the Sejuani ult will be immense for AOL so far. So I'd really like to see what they can do if they can facilitate something in the top lane to maybe be sort of split push, or maybe something that will be very carry oriented to show up in these team fights and who have the availability to have this extra engage from the Ashe and the Sejuani here.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of hoping Cola Brigade uses their last ban to kind of maybe ban the Yorick out from Sheer to stem that split push potential a little bit here.
Honestly, I like that ban here. I think it's pretty good. Kind of. I think the Yorick will do a lot of damage and will be very, very annoying to deal with. And will be an immense split pushing pressure, but I don't know if AOL's even looking to play the Yorick here, as I believe it looks like they've opted to not take that ban, or just yet. Ban rotations are weird. I can't remember. I'm weird. Don't worry about it. So, last ban coming in from AOL. I can't remember. We'll talk about it. We also have the J4 ban. Feeling killing you softly is going to be killing you, yelling at you about Demacia, which we don't really like, so they're going to get rid of that.
Right, yeah. I mean, he could play something troll like, Garen, but I don't think we're going to see no Demacia in here.
I mean, it's not killing you softly if he's yelling Demacia every single time, so that's for fair.
It's definitely in your face. Oh, Lee Sin ain't soft either, though.
Yeah, but he can't see. Ooh, that's soft, right? She hits like real soft.
Oh.
She doesn't even hit that hard at all, right? Bye? No?
No, not at all. She has those giant fists. They're just for show. That's for sure.
Yeah, they make squeaky toy noises when you punch them, and they go.
Especially with the buff coming through, man. Oh, I was actually thinking about the Vel'Koz. Spike's definitely making a name for himself, Vel'Koz, this year.
Honestly, it does really, really well into Galio. If the Galio is not able to get into an aggressive position, so you're going to have to see some buy around the mid lane is what it's going to look like to me. Galio really wanted to get in onto the Vel'Koz if he's able to. And if he does get into the Vel'Koz, it enables Vi very easily to show up in that lane and be like, sup, I hope you like getting punched in the eye, because here it comes.
Yeah, that's Spike's confidence or, disrespecting that vibe because, oh man, when Vel'Koz first came out, that's who you picked to counter him was that Vi.
Yep,
all you do is press R and Vel'Koz is done.
Yes, and we have a Nasus here in the top lane. This is a front line.
Jesus, yeah, this is crazy.
And I really like that Nasus pick. Wither is so good here into Lucian, into the Vi. I don't know what Adagio is going to pick, but we'll see. And, frankly, that's really annoying to deal with as a Nasus, and that's for sure. Let me tell you.
That pick right there said my only job is to stop okay, I'm just going to stop.
That's all right. I was so looking forward to it. I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but then it didn't come out. So, Adagio, you're teasing me. You're fondling my balls, and I really wanted it. I wanted to hear the Pantheon, the Mantheon. The man drops coming in hot, but instead we're going to get the Aurelia.
Yeah, they're throwing some disappointment at us. Aurelia, she's good, but you ain't going to see that spiciness from the early game of Pantheon. Just abusing that Nasus early.
Also, you pick something a lot more auto-attack reliant into the likes of Nasus.
The Wither,
Aurelia, you ever heard of the ability called Wither? It'd be real shame if you had 99% attack speed slow, huh?
Yeah, she's going to remember it, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I don't really like that matchup at all, and frankly, I think AOL's team composition is really good here. I'm looking forward to seeing how the mid lane plays out, because I think that's going to be the matchup to look at here.
You said the mid lane? Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Like you said earlier in the early part of the draft, the Sejuani Ashe setup, keeping that Vel'Koz safe, and then Galio, he's not really looking for that laning phase, so hopefully Vel'Koz can pop off, so we'll see what they have to go with there. Once Vi hits 6, I want to see that gank mid, shut down that Vel'Koz early. That's going to be one of their win conditions here, for sure.
I'm looking forward to that. I feel like Vi is going to have to sit around the top side of the map and going to have to facilitate the Aurelia here. I don't think that Aurelia will do very well into the Nasus. I think about level 1 to about 4, Aurelia will be in a position to bully Nasus and has like this decent amount of mobility and will be able to skirt around the lane and be like, wee! And just running around and getting the damage that she would like, especially in the early game. And Vi can facilitate that if she's able to show up from early game top lane. However, once Nasus hits 6, though, I don't really think Aurelia will be able to do much of anything into the Nasus anymore, especially if Nasus rushes something like a Frozen Heart.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be reliant on how this Vi operates around this mid and top lane. I don't see her going bot lane very much just because of how the 2v2 is drawn up. So like you said, it is going to be about that Nasus. and how that Sejuani reacts to how this Vi is going to work.
I have to talk about it more because honestly, like this mid lane is just so crucial for Cola Brigade here. As we can see, I mentioned that if Nasus builds a Frozen Heart, and I mean, let's talk about it. Vi, Lucian, Irelia are all like attack speed damage based like carries here, and so you get a Frozen Heart and some armor. These champions are in a really sore spot, so you really need the Galio to come forward and get this damage for your team and this beefy front line that he can be. So it's going to be very important for Vi to be around this mid lane.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it begs the question, is Galio going to play for his team and go more tanky? Or as you said, is he going to be kind of looking to shred Nasus a little bit, build that Roa, maybe even one more AP item before he starts going tank? But I don't know. They have no pure tank on their side.
I honestly don't think that they need the pure tank. I think the Galio has to opt for the damage. Especially the Protobelt build is probably what I imagine he'll go. It'll be something along the lines of Protobelt, maybe Morello if he's feeling frisky and he's getting like really snowballed the early game if he is. If not, you could see something along the lines of Ludens for extra clear and push against the Vel'Koz. Liandry's here is going to probably be very good, especially in the likes of Nasus, Sejuani, the Alistair. So those you'll probably expect to see an almost full AP Galio is what I expect here. Maybe you'll see like the Zhanyas for the armor against the likes of the Nasus and the Ashe, but the HP is going to be very important as the Galio, especially in the likes of the Vel'Koz true damage.
Yeah, you and I are in agreement there. We definitely want to see that Galio go on some more damage. They have a very big bruiser team. Sure, yeah, they don't have any pure tanks, but if they got that damage to make sure that Vel'Koz is dead from that Vi, make sure Galio can ult onto that Vi in the backline, kill off that Ashe, that's all AOL's damage. What are they going to do after that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be very important to this. I think AOL's bot lane really just wants to scale. Lucian and Braum going to try and punish. However, Alistair does decently well into that bot lane. So I expect to see like a pretty evened out bot lane here, and don't really expect to see too much action. I expect Sejuani will be there to sway it.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see what exactly goes on once we get into the loading screen here. About to get started, see some action.
Ooh, I'm looking around, checking out some mastery points, seeing who's playing
Dark Harvest Sejuani.
I feel like that might have been a misclick. However, got a hell. You are feeling frisky, and let me tell you, I don't think that this goes very well for you, especially if you find Vi. So that's unlucky. I'm not really sure how I feel about the Grasp here on Nasus. I feel like it's fine for this laning phase and the extra sustain you'll be able to go into the Irelia. I really would have liked to have seen the phase rush. I think that would have been ultimate really good for like these team fights and you're running in and just giving the enemy team a decay.
Yeah, and honestly I was expecting the phase rush to come out of him because it pretty much counters Aurelia's ultimate, gets him out of that danger zone super quick for him to be able to escape that gank if it's coming through, or maybe even the 1v1. But no, he's confident in that Grasp, I guess.
Oh, well, it'll be extra lane sustain, so that'll be nice. And I see some really aggressive things coming out here, and I kind of like it. The Brahms opted for Domination Secondary, which is, frankly, pretty aggressive. And I'm not really sure what he would have gone to. Maybe something along the lines of like Cheap Shot, and maybe Ingenious Hunter for maybe item cooldowns. But maybe he could have gone something along the lines of Zombie Ward or Ghost Portal for the extra vision control.
I would imagine he's going for that Relentless Hunter. He's looking to do those ganks with the early Moby boots even. Would be my guess. I don't know, though. That Domination tree is definitely an interesting one coming up from the Braum.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think we also see the Irelia opting for the Domination 2 in the for 2, which words are hard. Domination Secondary as well. So that's also very aggressive. I may be seeing something along the lines of Sudden Impact for the extra lethality on every time that she gets that Q off. Maybe something along the lines of Ravenous for the extra sustain in the lane against the likes of this Nasus.
Yeah, and definitely also would help with the split pushing pressure too.
Now,
I want to... Sorry, what?
I was going to say, what do we see from the Sejuani with the Dark Harvest Sejuani?
I don't know. That's a new one. Obviously, it's not going to be no full AP Sejuani. However much I want to wish it, we're not trolling here, right? So,
I mean, who knows? Maybe if he gets fed enough and the Dark Harvest pops up, we'll see how it goes. But I think that we'll see the Sejuani having an issue clearing the jungle.
Yeah, definitely. And she's not going to be nearly as tanky without that Aftershock.
Yeah.
So she's definitely going to have to be a little better on her pathing and positioning, how she works through these team fights or skirmishes going on in this early game.
I was going to see if we see some level 1 shenanigans. We do see just some vision coming out from the red side. Cola Brigade really just getting to that bot side area first, spotting at Alistair, getting a little bit of a ward down. However, we don't see anything going on, just a little bit of the old 5-man fan, just playing it safe. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah, both teams are making a statement here. They're not looking for no shenanigans early.
Yeah, so, which makes sense. I mean, Braum does really well if you're able to get a good, decent little invade and you have, like, the team to back you up, but it's really good if they walk into you. Same thing with Alistair. You feel really good when they walk into you. You're in the bush and you get the crazy pulverize. You're like, hell yeah.
Right, yeah. Get those fancy cow plays.
Ocean, feeling a bit aggressive, does get a little bit of damage there. We'll have to walk around there to get to the leash. However, Sejuani just going to start bot side, feeling happy with herself. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of start that I was expecting to see from these junglers.
Yeah, pretty standard. Both of them running red side. I want to see how this Sejuani, how she takes her pathing, see where she's going to go after this. Unfortunately, she has to wait for that level 3 to be an effective ganker, but Vi, all she needs is level 2. We'll see if she does anything spicy early.
Maybe could be looking something along the lines here. Is spotted by this ward here that Sejuani does see. Sejuani sees that Vi is here. Wait, but that Vi is here. Does have her Q. It's charging. Don't see much. Oh, is going to go aggressive. The Q of the bot. Vel'Koz will not do anything. This Sejuani, you have Dark Harvest. I don't know what your plan is here. As Sejuani early flash and doesn't really like that.
Yeah, as I literally just said, level 2 Sejuani, not impressive at all. Definitely got abused there a little bit. Has to be a little safer now.
And Galio gets the likes of the early lane prioritization as we see it. And Adagio going right into this and just gets the first blood. I wasn't even talking about it as I was watching because I didn't think he'd be able to get it. But honestly, well done.
I didn't think that was going to happen, but okay, Aurelia, good job. That Conqueror proc came in clutch there.
Yeah, I was casting right over it. Didn't even think anything about it. Killing you softly. Getting spotted by wards and wards of plenty.
This is definitely the action we were hoping for.
And
coming out.
Exactly what we need for Cola Brigade to get into this game. Ooh, late customer feeling a bit aggressive here. Does get the E, does get the W, does get the Q. The Ignite is down. Not able to, doesn't want to flash for that auto attack. We see there's some aggression in the bot lane, but nothing real big here. Just Soul's walking really, really far. Not really like that. Ocean just poking him out, able to pulverize and knock him into the wall. Get the fire, gets free hits. And Souls, I don't think you like that too much.
Yeah, no. There's so much action, man. I want to talk about this potential Vi and how she's going to build, but there's just action all over the place.
That's all right. You know what? You can talk now. You have time. Let's go.
So, with these Vi buffs coming through, I actually want to see something more of like an attack speed damage. Like, I don't want to see an ADC Vi, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, she does go for that Triforce, but even with the buffs coming through with the, what is that? Stormrazor, maybe. She is super good with that now passive crit chance. And how her passive stacks from her W now. We'll see if she goes that or if she's going how Vi usually rolls.
I don't know enough about the changes to give it a real thought, so I don't really have an idea. However, we did see the Sejuani come and gank bot lane. Expect to see Sejuani on the bot side. Does get a good gank off, and Azul's will die for his early aggression in the bot lane. That happened.
Looks like we're starting to die down a little bit here.
Oops, killing you softly.
Getting outclassed in farm, as to be expected against that Aurelia.
And the first blood to Aurelia, so Aurelia's feeling real good right now.
Oh yeah, that early Sheen bite, Nasus has to definitely respect her now.
I look forward to seeing what the Nasus will prioritize in a bit of the early game into this coming in. We do have Adagio, it's just getting these E's off on repeat, chewing all around this lane.
That 100% accuracy on that stun is getting ridiculous on the Aurelia.
Feeling it and just doing well. Able to try and zone out Sheer over here against the Adagio. You have no flash. Adagio.
Dive. Wow.
Right. Okay. You died.
Dies for her sins, but that's a statement right there.
Yeah. Listen, you tell that laner exactly what you want. You're like, showing dominance
every
here.
time I end for a kill, I always say, I'm sending a message, don't worry about it. That's what that Aurelia was doing right there.
And honestly, it's probably worth here for the Aurelia, because this entire giant minion wave actually is stopped in a really awkward spot now that I look at it, but it will still push away from the Nasus here, and Nasus misses all of those minions, and Aurelia comes back at the same time that he does, and it's going to now slow push the Aurelia. And if it's slow push the Aurelia, the Aurelia is going to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, once she gets back to lane, Nasus is going to have to just sacrifice that whole lane. She can freeze it, and she's already got double CS up. Makes to extend that lead, extend that pressure to where he's just a non-factor coming into this middle game.
And honestly, that's exactly what you want here from this Nasus. You don't need no big old Nasus, some big dog running it through. Just being the big man on campus.
Yeah, if he's levels down, he can't be that big man. Aurelia is the big man now.
And not even a man, but big.
Oh, she's more of a man right now.
I mean, fair. Man, it's not like Leona, the manliest champion in the league. Ooh, that is a great... those stuns. Adagio's feeling this.
Yeah.
He's 6. Here is 6 as well. He does use the ultimate. He's going to be coming this out. Sejuani's here, though, as well. Now, this is starting to stack Kill You Softly here. He's going to counter gank, but I don't think this goes well. The Galio ultimate is coming out. This is it. The Galio will get his support and will get the knock up, and Nasus will die as well. And frankly, saw it before, and where we talked about it, Nasus hitting 6 makes it really hard for Adagio to do anything. Honestly, not a hell able to show up.
That Galio was a little bit late to the party, but he definitely saved it a little bit there.
Was able to secure that, keeping Killing You Softly, killing you alive.
Well, we are at 100% accuracy on pretty much how we envisioned this game was going to go. That focus on that top lane is really, really heavy. As you said, that level 6 made it very hard for the Aurelia to finish that up.
And late customer has not really seen too much of this Vi in the mid lane, and I don't really like that. I do think that the Vi has done a lot towards the top side, which has been pretty good for Adagio. I just want to see more of this Galio in the top lane, and that is really good by the Wisher there to get that relentless pursuit away from the Headbutt Pulverize. Yeah,
Vi's not yet level 6 though, so hopefully that situation will be rectified once she gets that ultimate on that Vel'Koz.
Ooh, and we do have Adagio. Adagio is no longer really liking these trades as much as he was before. The Wither makes it really hard to trade.
Yeah, that early armor boot buy was actually super smart on his part.
The Ninja Tab is gutting a lot of her damage. She's really on hit focus right now. The Sheen does help her a little bit, but does it help her enough? And Adagio is still going in underneath these towers. The Wither, I don't think you like this. You get this kill, you do flash out, but you are going to take another tower shot just out of range.
Honestly, if I'm Nasus at this point, I'm just sitting there saying worth.
Yeah, I mean, Nasus, like, just getting some gold here is, like, fine. I really would have liked to have seen him go more towards the Glacial Shroud here and get more towards the Frozen Heart, as I mentioned, as I think it's such a clutch buy here into the likes of the Aurelia, the Vi, the Lucian. But he's opting to go towards the Phage and still go this Trinity Force, despite the fact that he's down almost 40 CS at 8 minutes.
He's more confident in me than if I was in his shoes right now, that's for sure. I would have been going straight for that Iceborne Gauntlet.
Yeah. We do have Vi getting ultimated right over the wall. By the Ash, we do have that.
Ash had to flush over the wall.
He's going to auto-attack the dragon, and Ocean's going to start this dragon. I don't think he likes that, but it's an Ocean Dragon, so that to get that Ocean Dragon slow.
That's slow, yeah.
Galio's on his way. Galio does not have his ultimate, though. He's going to have to be careful. We do have Wisher able to flash out of that ultimate, and he will just be able to kite this out. Lifelorn Disintegration Grade does disintegrate Braum, and that is that. Getting 2 kills here for AOL. Really good collapse. Ooh, late customer with a flash E.
Not over yet.
The Q is loud. The Ignite is there. Do we have this going? The Wisher is able to kite this out with Relentless Pursuit. The Ocean Dragon, though, is not his friend. He is going to do a lot of damage to him. We do, however, have Galio get that kill on the Ash on the backside with the Ignite. He's going to get slowed. He will die, and that is 3 for the side of AOL and 1 for Cola Brigade. As we get to see Nasus starting to swing this matchup.
Yeah, he just solo killed her. That's not looking good now.
Yeah, and a little bit of taunting.
BM there.
Trying to get those the stacks. The plus 12. Yeah, I think Adagio is playing this a bit too aggressively underneath this tower, and is now going to be not liking how this top lane matchup's going to go.
Yeah, if I was AOL's shot caller, I'd have been telling him to reel it in a little bit there, giving that Nasus those multiple kills, diving him and sacrificing himself. He could have definitely played it a little smarter, just play that freeze the lane, deny him CS, to where he wouldn't even have his Phage right now.
And if you were to do that, killing you softly could be there on the top side, like all times.
Yeah, as he was earlier.
I'm liking how Galio has been playing this lane though, so I'm liking that. So I look forward to seeing how he's going, despite the fact that I have not been here with giving as much attention as you would like. But he is going to keep going aggressive. The E is there. The R is there. There it is. The Assault and Battery. Spike is barely alive. You have a Flash Smite, though, for killing you softly, as you do have all of these tower shots being taken right there by this Adwani. We did have Sheer able to teleport here. This is going to be a good counter gig. Soul's not really liking that. He's going to get probably plus 12 here. Ooh, Sheer is going to be able to not get this just yet. The Ash ultimate just... But Sheer getting that. Now, this Nasus is one big dog.
Oh, yeah. He's really big now. That teleport was super good. I liked it.
I gotta ask you, you're in the shoes of Cola Brigade. What do you do about this big dog that is now going to probably run a train on your entire team?
Well, for starters, they needed to stop doing what they were doing before. Obviously, the situation has changed. He's not that squishy little puppy anymore. He's definitely grown into quite the bulldog, so they need to be a little more safe. They need to be playing around that Vi a little more. Oh, we got to fight.
HD trying to do something about the dragon, but doesn't really like that. Just gets immediately engaged on by all of the CC. Just dies right there. We do have the Q coming up. That was a great flash by Ocean.
That was a fantastic flash.
Just stopping that. We do have Soul's trying to help him out. The Unbreakable is here. He does have his Q to stop that and keep Vi alive just a little bit, but that is that.
I'm fairly certain he had about not even half a second to reply with that flash before Vi released her Q. She did not wind it up very much.
I will say that it looked really good, but it didn't get you the kill. So as much as it looked good, it wasn't as good as I would have liked it to have been.
Style points count too, you know.
Oh, I mean, I like style points, but I also like winning. So, you know, fair. Of course, AOL is winning, so, you know, unlucky. Late customers are trying to get these aggressive trades.
They have yet to knock a turret down, so they're not that ahead in gold. Even though it may look very, very different on the game.
We do. They're not that ahead in gold. They're only up 2k right now. They're up 6 kills. They have the first dragon. Adagio is still trying to do these aggressive trades into Sheer, but I don't think he likes these. The Wither is out there. He's going to start stacking. He's going to start popping. The ultimate is there. He's sucking you dry. He has some damage. You do have Adagio with a great amount of minions here. Sheer not really liking this so much. Ooh, you will flash out of the E. The Q is there. The turret is there. The turret is his friend. Sheer will be able to kite him underneath the tower and be able to get that kill. And that is another solo kill for this Nasus.
It was just the ult. Nothing else is gonna happen on
No. Oh, here it is.
I spoke too soon.
Oh, but the headbutt, no pulverize. We do the ultimate there from the Braum. We have the ultimate from Galio as well. The hero's entrance coming out. The E does not hit anything but the wall. And there is that Ocean. Not really liking that, getting into that. The Ignite just be like, nope, later, okay, bye.
I was about to say that broken stopwatch was a great play, but Ignite.
Listen, that Cal right there, that Ignite turned him right into Warhood state. Burnt and dead.
Yeah, that's well done for sure.
Feel really sad to be that Cal.
He's even wearing that Cal onesie.
Thank you, voice in my head.
God? Is that you?
It is God, and he's not happy with how he's talking about his steak. With that in mind, though, AOL really liking how this game is turning out.
Yeah, like I said, there wasn't much of a gold lead, but that's because none of the turrets have fallen. With this kill lead that they have and the pressure they're exerting, I definitely am going to see a swing very soon.
Adagio, not really happy right now. The W there, but that's not able to get magic damage anymore. The E is all magic damage. God of Hell is all magic damage. Adagio, you're not really liking this. You do have minions, you do have your E. What do? You have 10 HP. You're going to Q right here. Do you get another one? I think you just go aggressive here, but I think God of Hell just kites you out and you will die. This Dark Harvest and Dwani is showing you the moves.
Oh yeah, it's popping off, that's for sure.
It's
4-0 and 3 on that not very tanky Sedge.
Almost has the Cinder Hulk. Has a decent amount of gold here. Sitting on 3k gold and still making plays for reasons unknown. But still doing it.
If I was in that Shed's shoes, I'd been feeding my brains off right now.
I mean, luckily though, did have the Vel'Koz to be able to go for this Sheer though. Just hits Wither on killing you softly, Man, this dog is not very nice, and just like, I will punch you in the mouth.
This is one of those guard dogs that you just don't want to mess with.
Michael Vick, is that you?
Where do you think they're going to be popping that Rift Herald? Do you want to see them break open that already hurt mid lane, or do you think they're going to go somewhere else with it?
Honestly, I expect to see something on the top side. Nasus is huge. He can destroy this tower very easily, but also they, with the aid of the Rift Herald in the top side, you can facilitate the Nasus to make a play around his teleport, which is coming up in not too long from now, as we're seeing that his cooldown is going to be coming up very shortly. And frankly, he's just going to go aggressively on Adagio here, just basically walking at him. But imagine if he had phase rush right now. Adagio's not really happy about this. He's just getting DK'd, plus 12, withered. The stun is there, but what do? There's nothing for you to bounce to. Well, you did Q to that, but you're just plus 12.
That plus 12.
Plus 12. How many stacks does this dog have? Oh, and here it is in the top side. God of Hell's here. He's got 260 stacks. God of Hell's trying to help push this lane. Does he use... Oh, wait. I believe Sheer has the Rift. Oh, but Wisher's going aggressively. He is able to get some damage down. They will get a kill here on the bot lane. Frankly, good stuff there from Lucian and the Braum. Not really paying attention. That is my bad. We have the Ignite. The Rift Tail does get popped. Ooh, and the headbutt into the tower. Wisher will take that, and he is not liking that Ignite there. Ocean probably going to be able to almost kill the late customer, though. We'll be able to trade 1-for-1 in the mid lane, so that's very good. Souls, though, has no mana. You have no mana. You have no Q. The Witcher's Bite will not be able to come out to get that kill. And Ocean will get a trade kill there.
Everything is just happening all over the place at once. So difficult. Oh, we got a pause coming through here.
There it is, Ocean lagging. It looks like, thank you, Spike, for your information. The Rift Herald does pop into 2 towers in the top lane. God of Hell and Sheer are here as well, and you have the Nasus. You have God of Hell here. They're doing a lot of damage. He has the Sheen on the Sejuani, so they're going to take this tower super fast.
Yeah. Triforce, Sheen, Rift Herald, that tower's gone.
I don't even think Adagio is able to walk up to this tower. Yeah, I don't even know if he can walk up to this tower.
No, if he does, it's not going to be good with that Wither and that Sejuani CC follow-up. He's already been kind of tilted from the looks of it after he kind of threw away his lead, diving time after time, sacrificing himself to get those kills.
Yeah, and frankly, I really, really wanted to see LCU capable of pick. He did, honestly showed that he was capable of knowing what to do in this matchup and playing it aggressively and such, but I really would have liked to have seen him play it a bit more relaxed and playing around his jungler. If his jungler was able to facilitate him more and he was able to let it push into him rather than trying to contest the Nasus for every CS, and that's fine if he can get a little bit of a push into your tower. You under your tower as Aurelia, you farm immensely well in the tower, so you're not even worried. You went for early Sheen, so you don't have any issues farming. And with that, you also, as you hit every single E to get these stuns going, you know that like you've been hitting them. Killing you softly could have been there and would have just been very easy and just free gold on repeat, and you could have just kept freezing on top of the Nasus and just made Nasus so sad.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I feel like with absolute certainty, if Aurelia would have played the slow, methodical, yet granted it is a little boring in this top lane, but just keep that denial. Like, look at that. There's only a 20 CS difference now.
It was not looking well. The Adagio is trying to get he does get it going, but he does have that. He does stop the... Oh, there it is. We have the ultimate from the Sejuani. The Dark Proc is there. He does Q down the minions, but God of Hell will take that as the minions will finish that off.
Well, that happened exactly as we said it would. If he went back there.
Yep.
Do you think he's tilted? Like, I don't...
I'm not gonna say he's tilted, but I'm telling you that tune is off key.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not really liking it right now. So, that Mind Killing You Softly has been seen time and time again on these wards. Sheer, though, really liking these. Oh no, Killing You Softly, your Q is down. That is a very big Nasus. However, luckily you have a team.
When do you think they'll start respecting him? Because right now, they're just like, oh, it's just Nasus, just go in.
Yeah, I just don't think the enemy team has seen enough of this Nasus to really understand. They're like, oh yeah, no, you're not having... But no, this Nasus will destroy your entire team at this point.
Yeah. Look at him. He is just facilitating the pace of this game single-handedly, pretty much. None of his team was there.
We do see Ocean with a great engage. The nice headbutt is coming out. We have the extra damage coming in. We have the Assault Battery on this combo. We have the Galio ultimate as well. He is going to hit right into that wall, though. Not really liking that. The Q hasn't come out just yet. There it goes. It's going to be on top of him. Adagio is going to get that. Lightform Integration Gray will do just that to the Galio. God of Hell, though, with this Dark Harvest, able to get this going. The W does not really help him into wall. This magic damage is coming out, and he will die. And that is the only one alive is the Wisher HD. And
I
this is
feel like Adagio was out there, like the blast cone was up and everything, but he just turned back around and went in.
Yeah, he had his W on, and with the W on, he was not really able to walk away, and I think he was withered as well, so he was not in a good spot.
This is looking very dire. Swinging out of control super quickly from that early game that Adagio and Vi had secured for themselves.
Yeah, it's looking like AOL almost 10k gold up here at less than 20 minutes. We're at 19 minutes right now. They are 8.5. No, it's a little bit less than that. 7.5 gold up, which is immense. Or 8.5. Am I good at math?
Either way, it's a pretty sizable lead. Nothing to sneeze at. And all the gold is on exactly the right people. Maybe some of those kills from Sedge would have been great on those others, but without that aftershock, giving her some extra gold, make her a little beefier is not a bad idea.
Yep, and we have the Righteous Glory on the Nasus. He's got a Trinity for it. This man is like working on his third item already at 20 minutes. He's a big dog.
Oh yeah. Who even needs farm anymore? You just secure those kills.
I mean, you don't need farm, you just need a plus 12. You just run, there it is, the Ashe ultimate is coming out. Ooh, oh, he does die. The life disintegration ray does immense damage to killing Usopp. He dies in the middle of the fray, but I don't think you have to take it to survive this. You do not. Zulus is also in the middle of the fray. We have Wisher HD. Wisher HD just scared and sad. The flash from Sheer onto Wisher HD, getting the Q, getting the damage. This is not a very happy Lucian. That is a plus 12, and that is an ace right there. 20 minutes for AOL.
That's almost back-to-back aces. Granted, the last fight, one survived, but that's a statement game right here. AOL is not pulling their punches. They're just killing them over and over again. Yeah,
people gotta probably start playing around the Nasus a bit better, or you gotta put the pooch in the pen. Cause, yikes.
Yeah. Yikes is pretty much the best script you can use for this. 11-4 on that dog.
Started the
Righteous
game.
Glory, Triforce just running them down.
Gonna go back and spend more gold. He's got 1,300 in the bank, and he's gonna be liking himself. And he's going towards Asterix.
That's possible.
It's good. It's gonna be Asterix, a Frozen Mallet, or a Titanic Hydra. And I don't think it's a Titanic Hydra.
Support's having some pretty bad ping here from the looks of it. On the side of AOL.
Yep, and Cola Brand trying to do what they can. They're down 11k gold at 20 minutes and 45 seconds. Not liking the way that this game is looking for them. Down a bit. Now, at this point in time, it's looking pretty over. The game isn't over just yet, but I think Cola Brigade is already in this mentality that they are not happy. As we do get a surrender.
There's the surrender vote.
I was going to say maybe Cola Brigade looks about what they can do next time, or what they can do for their next game, and already start planning ahead is probably the best thing to do here. The game didn't go as well for you as you would have liked, and I think it was fine. You played well. Adagio able to do immensely well in that solo lane, but kind of going a bit too aggressive, giving the Nasus too much wiggle room and getting back into the game.
Yeah, things definitely started looking south, but I will have to commend them. Their early game was looking super good.
Yep, it was going decently well for both teams. AOL getting into a really good spot. As I get some picks, Sejuani getting that good gank in the bot side. It does not look very well for Cola Brigade. Slowly but surely, Sejuani getting decently ahead. The bot lane of AOL getting ahead is exactly what you didn't need to see.
Yeah, Vi, only 4 kill participation turned out to be quite a non-factor after that one really good gank up top lane with the Galio ulting and helping him out.
Vi was not able to really pressure anything, or was not maybe even comfortable pressuring these things. I don't know what his decision was. He was a little bit lackluster. He did the least amount of damage in the game on the Vi, which is not ideal. Not really enjoying or not really playing to the champion's full potential, especially in a matchup where you blew the enemy jungle slash early and you know that he's got the wrong keystone. So I would have liked to see a bit more aggression from the Vi into the Sejuani's jungle, especially that Adagio playing towards the top side and pushing it in really nicely. You should have probably had full control of AOL's top side, and that's not something we saw happen.
Yeah, and especially looking at AOL's team comp, none of them are mobile by any means. So that Vi, I thought, was just going to be like a huge up-and-comer for this team, for this game, and getting that Galio in the back line easily, but the game just swung super hard in that top lane in favor of that Nasus, and it was just none of it could come true.
Yep, and that is unlucky. Cola Brigade, GG, well played. AOL will take this win gladly. The dog was released from the pen, and good stuff there. I believe we're going to take a little bit of a break. We got some time, 10 minutes before the next game coming up. It will be me and a keeper of Meeps for the next game. It will be him and I for Resurrected versus EG in this next game.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I got to hang out with you for this game. I definitely appreciate having me here.
Oh, absolutely. And you did a wonderful job.
Thank you so much, sir.
And you have a great night.
You as well.
Don't tell me that I need saving. Finally awake and living. Yeah, yeah. The pressure inside was building. I felt under attack, and now my mind's attacked, and I've chosen my path. I've chosen my path. Oh, what's this? I finally read this helplessness. Tired of feeling like I'm upside down, so I'm gonna turn it all around. And oh, and dear God, save my soul 'cause it is flawed. Tired of feeling like I'm upside down, so I'm gonna turn it all around. Upside down, upside down. Gonna turn it all upside down.
Everything changes.
And hello and welcome back to Duo Esports Game 2. Resurrected Esports versus Enigmatic Gaming are with our own Shuno. It is me, Bosley, your play-by-play caster, again for this game. I know I'm lucky. Joining me, though, will be Keeper of Meeps, Meeps himself. A man known for a little bit of his flame will be joining me as my color caster. And how you feeling today, Meeps?
I feel pretty good. Any day get a flame shooter, it's a good day.
You know it's going to be a good day then.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We got Shuno and Best J-Rod NA in the bot lane. Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
I look forward to. Do you think we'll see any of the new Morgana, Meeps?
I don't know if either of these players play Morgana, but I'm expecting the Braum and Alistar, like just typical like brain dead bot lane synergy.
Boring. So,
Yes.
with that in mind, voice in my head is also the devil. So, with that in mind, we have Resurrected coming in here, not looking super hot, had some roster issues to say the least. And EG kind of a little bit of an upswing, especially with Prophet.
Yeah. Prophet, star mid laner, they're one of the best mid laners in the GPCS. Probably top 3. Then we have the Throw Master himself in the jungle. You can guess which team.
Uh-huh.
And and then we have a Vale in the top lane. Is it a Veil or a Vale? It's probably
I
a
think
Veil.
it's a Veil. I think a Veil sounds better.
It doesn't have the accent on the E, so it wouldn't be A. Okay.
We do have the Rek'Sai immediately banned from Nova Galaxy. The man's all about playing the Nova Galaxy, but is going to play something that's stuck in the dirt.
Yeah, Rek'Sai's super strong right now in this meta. I'm happy to see it gone.
It's really strong. The Conqueror is really good. The early game aggression of the Rek'Sai, not really allowed to be played. And we will see return ban as well of Thresh, LeBlanc, and Lucian. Not allowed to play those aggressive laners.
Yeah, Lucian getting rid of that champ is a pretty good call. Lucian's just such a powerful champ right now. He's so broken as ADC. Every game we see the Lucian pick, it usually goes poorly for the bot lane that does not have the Lucian.
Last game was a little different than that.
Doesn't count.
Correct. Asol, though, banned from the Prophet. The Prophet himself trying to profit from that Asol pick, and I'm going to say Prophet a couple more times because I like the way that word sounds. You know, Prophet. So, Sin Zhao going to be banned away from Bladed Thesis and not allowed to have that as we get the picks come rolling in real soon. And Nunu.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be the Disco Nunu, which is has been being seen some play in my ranked games. It makes me happy.
I do love some good old-fashioned Disco Nunu. Avail, though, will probably happily pick up his hand very shortly. Maybe not this pick right here, but he might. Who knows? Nunu, though, a good ganker, decently well with Aftershock. Really liking the HP that he gets from that, especially his massive base HP. And we do have the Scion.
Man, Sion's such a boring pick. Sion's so boring. You just farm and scale. And you sometimes
and you
get a kill.
Win the game. You
Yeah.
win the game, you yell at people, you hit people with an axe, and you go, "Arr!" And then you pick Ezreal, because I too like playing boring poke champions, especially on somebody whose name is Shuno.
Don't worry, Shuno will still step up, even though he has a range that outdoes most ADCs with his Q. He'll still
And
end up
Poppy.
playing melee for him.
We're gonna have a Poppy into a Scion. How do you feel about that matchup?
Well, Poppy isn't too bad in Sion actually, because you can E and cancel the Q. Then your Q is percent, so it's a tank shredding ability. So it's actually pretty nice. If they have some dashes on the side of EG, it will be even better with the W stopping most dashes, or all dashes, just not blinks and flashes.
And Sun the Prophet, not the Prophet, the one that's on the EG's mid lane, but Sun the Prophet, been playing Morgana support.
Yeah, Morgana support. Big fan, gotta say. But Morgana picking it this early against just that, I don't know if I would have picked the first rotation. It's not really. I mean, it's not bad, but I would have picked your ADC up personally. Kept the support open for different situations because Morgana currently does not fit that team terribly well.
However, we have a Nico. Let me tell you, that champion is really fun.
I agree. Nico, her R makes me happy. Like, if you land like a 5-man R, you just win a fight. It makes me really happy. And she can be flexed.
And a very neat interaction with Nico that I'm not sure very many people know about. But right when you cast your W, if you're to cast your W, then your E, well, you're in that invisibility frame, and your total invisibility, you have to do animation for your E, and it starts coming out invisible. And it is really, really frustrating to play against. So I don't know if the Prophet, if he's the one playing it, or if Best J Rod NA is the one playing it in the bot lane, if we're going to see that coming out today, but it's a very interesting mechanic.
Yeah, Nico, with the recent nerfs to her, she can't just throw her E and get that big stun. She has to actually hit another target first and then hit them for the bigger stun. So that will make it a little bit harder for things to come out.
Yes, and a little bit catch up on these bans that we haven't been touching on too much, but we have a Caitlyn ban and Fizz ban from the side of EG. Not really wanting to deal with those champions. We also have a Graves ban and a Sylas ban. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, Graves, Sylas. Sylas, personally, one of my favorite champions right now. He's just so fun. Like, what's not fun about it? You can take any R in the game. It's hilarious. Graves, don't leave up his Graves. You can't leave up Nova's Graves. So,
Imagine leaving my Graves up.
Yeah.
It's a classic line. Absolutely fantastic. Don't let the man play it. We do, however, have the being picked here. And frankly, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, Tom Kench is interesting. Tom Kench, I hate into Morgana because you hit the Q, you outplay them by them walking to your Q, and then Tom Kench says, "Hey, no," which is a really good call for the side of EG because we know that Shuno is not good at dodging. So
Yikes.
the Tom Kench works perfectly fine into that scenario.
Yeah, this caster Destiny is basically the meme that we see in Subheap and general chat all over the place. The classic F Shuno. Maybe we'll say it later on as the game goes forward. Maybe we get to see Shuno popping off on it. Maybe he'll scream it. Who knows? We're not sure yet. But we have a Syndra pick here in the mid lane against what we expect to see, the Prophet on Neeko mid lane.
Yeah, they got the little edgy person in the mid lane. Yeah, Syndra, good at one-shotting really pretty much only Ezreal and Neeko. Tom Kench, they save him, of course. So then they cry.
And a Vi.
Gimpy?
Yes.
Vi into a Poppy makes you cry because Poppy will stop Vi's Q. Well, not the R, but stop the Q, and then you cry because there goes a lot of your damage.
And it's also very hard to do anything into a Nunu if Nunu just, starts building the snowball. Syndra also does decently well into the Vi, and then Morgana's also on the enemy team. So just Black Shield makes you kind of sad.
Yeah, Morgana into Vi, yeah, it's very sad. Oh, I pressed R. Oh, I pressed E. You're not knocking him up now. You don't do magic damage to pop that shield, so have fun.
Yes. So, with this in mind, we have both our team covered. We have the Poppy, Nunu, Syndra, Jinx, and Morgana of Resurrected, and on EG we have the Scion, Vi, Neeko, Ezreal, and Tom Kench. Which of these team comps do you like better here?
Gotta be honest. I really like EG's. I like EG. Oh, the cleanse last second on the Tom Kench. I guess he doesn't want to eat the Morgana Qs either. But I really like G's comp better. I just love the Neeko pick. I love Neeko. The Ezreal's safe, does good amount of damage. Vi recently got some power shifts / buffs, so she's an interesting champ. And the Scion's just that brain dead tanking on top lane that instantly scales, and you can't kill him like him. But on the side of Resurrected, they have the Jinx. If that Jinx gets ahead, that hyper carry is going to hyper carry. She can shred through the Scion Tom Kench with her, especially with her Q, which gives her all that attack speed when she's and her passive that lets her stack it up. That lets her get even more attack speed when she get kills. So we might see the pentakill on a Jinx because earlier this season we saw a pentakill in the IBSG League on a Jinx.
Yeah, so I like this. I like the Neeko. I'm really happy to see this interaction, how the Prophet will play it. I personally like playing the champion. I think she's fun. She has a multitude of options that she can be played in multiple roles and does pretty neatly. I've seen it as like this attack speed, like carry type thing in the bot lane. I've also seen it support. I've seen it mid lane. I've played it jungle, and its jungle thing is pretty good. So I like the champion. It has a lot of things that it can do. And it's has a really good counter engage and also a great engage. It's able to sneak in, get the W to be invisible, make the clone, and just hit the R, flash, and just boom, big damage. And it has a pretty dumb scaling.
Yeah. Let's look at this team comp more. On the side of Resurrected, they don't have a ton of damage. Yes, they have the Syndra and Jinx, but then besides that, they have 2 tanks and a Morgana. Morgana, if she goes a certain build, she could do damage, but without that, she's just a support. And her shield support that does above average damage. But on the side of EG, they have the Neeko, the Vi, the Ezreal. They have those 3 damage dealers. The Vi, good bruiser damage, shreds tanks pretty well with her W. They have the Ezreal, which can really chunk out those squishies and just do that consistent damage. And the Neeko was an all-engage, plus that massive chunk with that EQ combo. So they just have far more damage on the side of EG to get stuff done.
And Resurrected has a lot of like single target stuns. I mean, Syndra's stun is not single target. It's like a whole skill shot and that can hit multiple people. If you hit multiple people, fantastic. But Tom Kench is here. And Tom Kench just eats somebody out of the snare of Jinx, the snare of Morgana, the stun of Syndra, the knockup of Nunu, Poppy's stun.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised we didn't see a Braum here. Braum wasn't banned and wasn't picked up by either side. Braum is just such a powerful pick. I'm really surprised that it was not picked up.
Uh-huh. People feeling that the mustache ride was too good for them and didn't feel like they wanted to play it. So that in mind, we're getting into this game. Maybe we'll see spicy jungle keystones like we had in the last game, but we just have the grasp on the top lane. The aftershock, which is exactly what we expected. Vi going Hail of Blades, which pretty good. I'm happy with that. But we also have Electric Nico and Electrocute Syndra in the mid lane, and that's very interesting. And I would like to talk about those two a little bit.
In the mid lane, I don't know what either champs take. Honestly, I am not proficient in them. I believe Syndra should be taking. Does she? Maybe Airy or I think Airy. Maybe Comet. Comet's been seeing some use in some play. I would say mostly Airy though, so you can get that. This Q pokes off with the Airy. Just do that more damage so you can just stay in lane longer and maybe force her out.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I've seen a lot of Nikos opt for Comet, especially with the extra Q damage and just a lot of extra AoE that helps to push them out of the lane. It's really good poke, and I really like that. However, we've seen the Electrocute, so gonna try and go for the lane, and I want to see what the Prophet is capable of doing with his Electrocute Nico build.
Honestly, if I was Vi, I would take an aftershock too. It's not as much damage, but it's just so much more survivability and getting more stuff done.
And right now with the Vi chain, it's giving it a lot more DPS oriented, a lot less burst. So maybe feeling like the Hail of Blades to get that extra consistent amount of damage at the beginning to get that little bit of pop.
See, are they gonna do the standard 5-5?
We do have Shuno and Nova Galaxy. A bit of an aggressive situation here, opting to be in this place right here on the river. All three stacked, maybe expecting some sort of invade, but we don't see anything. A little different from EG. They don't see anything though with it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ezreal's not going for that greedy Klepto stack.
Come on, Shuno. Do it. I believe in you. Get that sly stack of gold.
Do it. It looks like he's not. It looks like he's just gonna play it safe and just say, "Hey, I'll hit him in lane. I don't need to hit him now."
If he hits him in lane, I'll give you $10. So, yikes, that wasn't very nice. So, with this in mind, I mean, he'll probably hit him in lane. That's a dumb bet. I'm taking that back. Shut up, stupid. So, with that in mind, we got this going. Nothing really happening in the early game.
Looks like Syndra's going with the corrupting potion. Looks like she might be going for the first item, Dark Seal, to really synergize with that corrupting potion. That's what I'm expecting her first back to get.
Makes sense here. The extra sustain will be pretty good. Both champions will try to poke the other one out of lane very easily. So, with that in mind, I like that. I think that that's ideal here for the Syndra, since you're wanting to out-sustain the Nico and get the poke here.
Yeah. Looks like both junglers going to standard clears. The red to the Krugs and the blue to the Gromp. Not bad. Vi's going to get to the Scuttle first. I don't think Nunu will get there in time to contest. Or
I think he's going to greed the experience here. That's what I would do if I was the Nunu there. Getting the experience is a little bit too strong. Seeing lots of trading going around all over the map. Everybody playing these matches a bit aggressively, and I'm liking that so far.
Yeah. This Poppy's really, Saya's actually playing really passive with this Poppy, maybe just respecting her early damage. San opting for the Doran Shields to start to maybe avert some of that Poppy poke, which she gets her passive and just auto attacks them to death.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that's coming in. Vi just full clearing here on the bot side. Looks like Nunu will get the top side of though, which is pretty good there. Doesn't even look at the bot side of Skyla, which is exactly what I would expect the Nunu to not do.
Yeah, this Poppy's pretty pushed up. I might be seeing a Vi gank here, which Nunu could be available for the counter gank.
Especially with Nova going to get this red buff here. He is level 3. He's going to be walking very shortly, the red buff, and it goes down. He's going to go right back to farming. Going to go up for these Krugs, though, feeling real frisky up here.
Yeah, probably getting that poke in with her Q. Just say, with her passive auto, say, hey, I might be melee, but I'm going to abuse this one range chance I get.
And both top laners playing this far up. Hasn't used a ward yet. TSM Bullets, though, using his first ward. Fantastic.
Yep, most of the...
Ooh, and a good gank there in the mid lane. Prophet not really liking that snowball coming in. She was 14. Will, however, die first. The Prophet will get first blood and will die to Bladed Thesis.
That went pretty good for Prophet. He did bust the Ignite, so he is now down a summoner. He still has to flash up to get out of another return game. And Syndra does have her Ignite up, so Prophet has to keep that in mind. And Nunu can definitely do the return gang and try to bust that flash. And if she doesn't flash, then Syndra can Ignite and they can secure the kill.
I feel like if she was 14, was a little bit faster on the Ignite, probably would have killed Prophet first there and then just been completely safe. But was not fast enough, didn't get the Ignite off, and did in fact die for it. So, honestly, good stuff there from the Prophet to get that going. And we didn't even see a Dark Seal opting for the Blasting Wand instead.
It's interesting. I would have gone Dark Seal Boots. I don't know what secondary she took. I don't know how to operate the system, so I don't know what she took secondary. Maybe she took Inspiration and took Magical Boots. Is why she didn't go opt for that. Or maybe she just wanted raw damage instead.
I think the raw damage isn't a bad call here. I think wanting to hit 6, though, getting the extra damage to try and one-shot Prophet at 6 is going to be pretty decent for her. So I want to see what she's going to do. Still has the Ignite as well, so maybe we get to see something happening with it.
Yeah, we saw Neeko get that decently deep ward into the side of Resurrection's jungle, trying to spot out that Nunu for potential ganks, and they also have that pink ward and River trying to also prevent any ganks.
However, Prophet, though, getting all these super aggressive trades out onto the Syndra.
Yeah, Syndra's taking quite a bit of damage.
And not really liking that. I'm honestly surprised that neither top laner opted for a Corrupting Potion.
I am too. I thought Sion would opt for the Corrupting Potion so he can E-spam. But he, especially with going grass, he could just take those trades better. And and Poppy.
Getting a good gank here. The Q does land from Shino. The Q does land from Nova. But that is that. They're both just flash out here from the side of Resurrected. Not really liking that gank and feeling really scared by it. We do see Bladed Thesis though. Oh, Nova Galaxy is here as well. Bladed Thesis is going to get completely collapsed. Ooh, excuse me with that burp, as the Prophet will get that kill with the Hot Blossom.
Yeah, that Nunu was just completely out of position there, trying to clear that pink when clearly the mid didn't have the jungle prio. Now Nova just takes the Raptors from the Nunu and for free, pretty much, getting that gold advantage.
And frankly, just a bit of a miscalculation there, realizing that Nova Galaxy just was bot side, and you're going to go for this bot side ward anyways, is a bit aggressive, especially when you have something a bit more aggressive on the enemy jungle like the Vi here.
Yeah, this Neeko is very far ahead, up at about 800 gold, which is pretty significant, especially in the early game. Neeko currently sitting at 1200 gold. Could probably back and get the Lost Chapter and get other components.
I'm sorry, I was paying attention. Nova Galaxy does find Bladed Thesis here, trying to do his red buff. Still feeling a bit aggressive though. Does have that going. Bladed Thesis is able to chomp that and get that going. She was 14 though. Does find the Prophet. The Prophet's going to land the E. He's going to land the Q. The damage is coming out. The Ignite is there, and that is another kill of the Prophet. 3-1 at 7 minutes into the game.
I don't know what Syndra was thinking. Like, why step up? Go back. You're behind. You know she's going to one-shot you. She's 2 levels up on you, I believe, or 1 level, and she's been one-shotting you constantly. Like, play back, play safe. You know she's in there. You know for a fact she's in there.
Especially because she just sent her W at you aggressively. You do have the E able to get the root down. Bladed Thesis is level 5, and he's going to go for this aggressive here, maybe trying to get this the dragon here. The Chopper's going to get the heal at Best J-Run. However, opting to eat Nova Galaxy out of that, and we'll get the Assault Battery here. Kill hand into Nova Galaxy. Prophet going to keep this dragon interested, though, as they're going to keep this going. The Smite does come through, and the red team EG getting a really good early lead with Nova Galaxy and the Prophet's aggressive plays.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a 1v4. Like, why? Why go in there, Nunu? You're going to steal it in a 1v4 situation? Good luck. And you were down a level. So, man. I don't know.
Just Smite Nunu forehead. Oh, Best J-Rod NA. Not liking that, the snare right there. Shino, though, just dancing inside of the pool and just eating damage and not able to land any of these Qs on the other side of his minions.
Yeah, I want to tell you something, Shino. With recent change buffs to Morgana, her W does even more damage the lower you are. So don't stand in it.
And I like it. That swimming pool makes me happy.
Yes,
It's really
it
fun to
does.
play as.
Yep, it's really fun to swim in too.
Mm-hmm. Just we would watch Suno flailing about. Gonna try to go for the WQ. CLG Paradox with a good sidestep, but a little bit of just aggressiveness in this bot lane, but nothing really coming from it. And Shuno, best Jared and I think losing out on these trades a bit here.
Yeah, this game's is looking increasingly tough for the side of Resurrection, with Nico being so far ahead, having a 1K goal lead, almost 1,300 goal lead. Is just massive, like able to mostly one-shot most of the team right now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, we have a good teleport here. The Unstoppable Onslaught comes out, so the Prophet will eat that. The Q is fully charged and taking the damage. He does get the heal as well. Best Jared is still alive. Shuno getting poked out, getting chunked. The Ignite is there. He's very low on HP. He's taking the minions. He will die. So the Prophet will get that kill. We have the E landing from the Prophet as he gets here from a great engage. And that is that Prophet getting another kill. 4-1 is Nova will catch this topside wave.
Yes, Prophet is putting the team on his back right now, being all around the map, having a good map awareness to just rotate when he's needed, and not losing out on too much. He's only missing out on a battle wave for getting a couple tower plating and getting a kill.
EG with just catching Resurrected with their pants down with that aggressive move right there to use the teleport and get off the onslaught, getting an immense amount of tower gold here with the likes of the double demolish on the Tom Kench and the Scion, and the Prophet's extra damage with her early aggressiveness is looking to get a Nashor's Tooth. The W is here. Bladed Thesis, though, going to try and fight them off and fend them off his turret. The ultimate is coming up as General Aeron and Abe die to the Nunu as Bladed Thesis is really, really low. A Veil is still coming out. The snare is there for Morgana. The Dark Binding coming across. The Pop Blossom is here and does a lot of damage. There is that, getting 2 kills right there. The Unstoppable Onslaught. Nope, that is just the Scion's passive as it coming in. He does get another snare right there. The ultimate does come out from Syndra. That is a good shutdown onto Southern Prophet. Shuno having to flash away after he eased forward. Doesn't really like that. The Mystic shots are still landing, but this is that. Nova Galaxy is nowhere to be seen except for just doing the Rift Herald on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was like, oh hey, we're doing something, Resurrection was saying, and then they're like, oh hey, we're ending. And Syndra got the Syndra didn't even get the shutdown. I think Morgana did.
Morgana did with the W.
So that's very unfortunate. Shouldn't have stopping the Morgana's back, being a swell guy. But the Resurrection is trying to get back into this. They're just their positioning was not good in that fight. They need to be more spread out. They need to not be grouped up for that Nico R, because they clearly saw that Nico R messed them up.
Nova just immediately uses the Rift Herald on the top side as soon as he gets it to try and get some gold here in the top lane. I don't know if I agree with that.
I would have waited until my Scion was in lane, so then you could have pressured it more and maybe potentially done a dive, considering both of them have R.
And that would have been a really good aggressive play, and also maybe even getting Scion into an even better position in the map. As you do have She Was 14, though, getting this aggressive trade, and She Was 14 getting the E to keep Nico away from him. The Pop Blossom does not land because of it. Good knockback right there. It looks like J-Rod will, however, here the chop comes out. Jinx is going to be handed this kill, I believe. The auto attack's coming through. We do, however, have some trading there aggressively in the top lane, and Prophet is making She Was 14, not have a good time.
No, she is not having a fun time at all. But this Jinx getting these kills is very good for the side of Resurrection. If this Jinx gets fed enough, and this Poppy hovers around this Jinx, nobody's going to be able to get on top of her pretty well without the flash. And so this Jinx could end up carrying, because late game Jinx is nothing to laugh about.
And especially with the likes of the attack speed buff that the Nunu provides, and also just the front line that this Jinx has is an immense amount of front line, and something that you can't really get behind really easily. As strong as Prophet is getting, it's going to be very hard for him to get the Pop Blossom onto these priority targets.
Especially with the Morgana spell shield, it could stop the initial CC.
We have the Unstoppable Onslaught in the top lane. It's going to go for this aggressive damage here, right here. It looks like TSM Bullets, though, is going to take some damage. The Q is there. He will knock him out of his Q. TSM Bullets is getting aggressed upon. The Dying Grasp is coming in clutch. The Poppy Ultimate is still there. Will knock Scion away. Keep herself alive. And, all that attention that Avail put towards the bot side has given a sizable CS lead in the top lane for Poppy.
Yeah. Even with 2 kills, Shuno is still down about 100 CS. So, not 100 CS, 100 gold.
Son the Prophet getting the good ultimate right there. Bestiarod NA having to flash, having to cleanse. The W does come out. Lady Beast is catching Bestiarod here. The snare is there. The cleanse is down. He will have the shield. He will have the damage. Another kill handed over CLG Paradoxical. This is really good. The Jinx is here. Oh, the Q is going to get eaten by Bladed Thesis. You do have that damage, though. He is going to be here. He might be kited. The chop is coming out. Nova Galaxy will die. He's going to get another kill over to CLG Paradoxical. This is 2 kills over to the Jinx. We have 2 more people here. Prophet and Shuno are the only people here. The Dark Binding doesn't land. You have She Was 14 maybe looking for the stun. However, CLG Paradox has been really, really low. The Prophet still has the Pop Blossom. He has the Flash. You have to be looking for it. She Was 14, though, maybe trying to get this going, but it looks like Resurrected back off.
Yeah, that fight went really well for Resurrection. They busted a good amount, but they got the kill on the Jinx. Jinx now has 600 more gold than Shuno. And it's looking pretty good. Has finished her IE, working on probably her, I assume her Zeo item. I assume maybe a Phantom Dance, not Phantom Dancer. You could go that, but a
Static Shiv, Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah, those ones.
Shuno, EG getting the first tower there, the W proc, and we do have Bladed Thesis in a bit of an awkward spot. He can get eaten there by Bestiarod NA, but Bestiarod NA not really liking that just yet. They are in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to get aggressive upon. He is going to get his ultimate canceled. He's going to get rooted. He's going to get stunned. He's going to get chopped. He's going to get down, and CLG Paradoxical with another kill.
Yeah, best J-Rod NA is straight up inting this game. He keeps getting cut out of position without his flash up, and it's not going too well.
I'm going to cut you off as we have the Q coming in, the Ball Breaker coming in from Nova Galaxy. TSM Bullets trying to get the shield, able to step out of the Q of the sign. He will be able to get some damage down, but he will just die, and the red buff from Nova Galaxy will collect that kill.
Yeah, good catch out, knowing that their jungler was bot and there was nothing to really that. Nobody that can interfere with that fight. They get the catch out. It looks like they're going to go for this tower now. Get that, that 100 so gold, and get more gold under the belt. Having almost a 5k gold lead.
Nuno coming in to try and get this blue buff, but Prophet is able to solo it out on the side. This Nico is really, really good. Bladed Thesis, though, still going to keep going and try to get things going. He does have the smite. She Was 14 is here. The Q, the E, the stun. But it looks like Bladed Thesis wants nothing to do with this, as they will just get the stun and they will just leave with that.
Yep, it was actually pretty good for the Syndra to not go in on there, or she would have been dead Syndra, or would have had a busted a flash.
Not really liking the damage output of the Prophet right now. Strong having the Nashor's Tooth now. Just bought a Ludens. Has also a Merc Treads on the side of the Prophet, which is very interesting.
Yep. Merc Treads are very good for both teams, actually. They have the CC. They have the Morgana Binding, which could be very problematic. Merc Treads will bring that down. They have the Nunu, the Poppy. There's just so much CC all around the map. The Merc Treads are going to be very good.
I do like the Merc Treads here. I think the best person to get Merc Treads here for the movie blitz, which getting the movement speed to move around the map is pretty good as a support. However, it does have Nova Galaxy right over the wall. He's able to get the blast cone. Bestiarod NA, it will stay safe. Lands the Q. Shuno does not, though. Trying to get some poke damage. However, Prophet is here. You have TSM Bullets. This is a 5-man party here for Resurrected, as Bestiarod NA will eat Shuno out of that Dark Binding. We do, however, have Sion coming in on a flank. Maybe we see a fight for this dragon here. We have Bladed Thesis. He does have the W. He can use it very, very shortly. We have the Unstoppable Onslaught coming over right through the mid lane. Bladed Thesis is going to get caught with his pants down. He's not very happy. The Ball Breaker does land. He does get completely caught out right there. The jungler is dead, and I think that is Dragon EG.
Yeah, Nunu getting caught out like that. Like they saw they should have known that Sion was coming down. They should have been in a better position, but at last they were not.
And the Sion getting the Unstoppable Onslaught to capitalize immensely on that, as you have something Prophet getting. The Ball Breaker comes out, and another auto attack for the Prophet with the Nashor's Tooth is able to secure that.
You just realized Morgana did not opt to go for the stopwatch rune, which I cannot come up with his name at the moment. She did not opt for that, which is interesting. Morgana was with the Zanyas is pretty good. It allows some of those catches to turn into your favor.
Yes, the commencing stopwatch rune, I believe, is the one you're talking about, with the free stopwatch again.
Yes.
And the Morgana's also rushing, it looks like to be a redemption, as Prophet has handed over another.
Yeah, Redemption Morgana rushing is first, technically. She actually rushed her support item first, which I definitely don't agree with. But going Redemption a second item, it's not terrible. I still prefer the Zanya's second. But if you're this far behind and your team really needs the healing, it's definitely worth it to go Redemption.
They are down 5k gold. Maybe the lead doesn't seem that big for EG, but they do have 3 dragons here. They did get the Rift Trail. They're up 3 towers to 0, so they have a sizable amount of gold. Shino, he's right into that wall and doesn't really like that wall. Tells it no.
Yes. I think they're trying to clear the wards around this Baron, so to get this Baron pressure, because EG has complete Baron vision right now, and they need to be very careful. Resurrection does for that Baron play.
Yes, the denting blows of Vi does a lot of damage to objectives like that. The W of Ezreal does a lot of damage as well. We do have Vi coming in. The Vault Breaker does land right onto the spell shield of the Morgana, and that doesn't really like the CC anymore. We do have the ultimates coming down from the unit from the Morgana. Both of them don't really get much going on. Avail is here. He does the unstoppable onslaught. It's going to eat the Dark Binding. He's going to hit there. He's right in the middle of the team. He's getting the extra amount of damage. CLG Paradoxical has no way to really do anything in this fight, as Avail is just going to run him down. It looks like Syndra is able to get a catch onto Nova Galaxy on the backside. We do have TSM Bolt able to keep the CLG Paradoxical a bit alive here. He's trying to get the kiting. He's trying to get the auto attacks down. TSM Bolt is barely alive. There he goes. There's so little, and frankly, right now this fight is looking in the favor of Resurrected. It looks like Prophet hasn't really been able to do too much with his immense lead, not able to get into the middle of the fray. It looks like that is one for Resurrected, all in all.
Yeah, it looked very bad at the beginning for Resurrected. Like, they wasted so much trying to get something done, and they didn't get that much done.
EG not able to keep it going. Shino though, ooh, getting a good WQ. It looks like someone probably will not be able to walk that out. Lady Thesis is in a bit of an awkward spot. He's going to get caught with his pants down. He's going to get getting 2 free kills given to them by the side of Resurrected. These are really good. They had that little bit of advantage they got and were not able to back with it and just kind of overpressed their boundaries, and EG's able to turn.
Yeah, I don't know why they should have just reset, knowing that Nova was down, the enemy jungler was down, and then they should have just given back full mana and house and tried to done something then.
But TSM Bullets, though, is trying to get something done here. Does a lot of damage to J-Rod-N-A, but J-Rod-N-A is trying to zone him out. We do, however, have Shivas 14 able to just get deleted by the likes of the Prophet, and TSM Bullets is still here in the backside. He's going to get the passive shield. It's going to keep him up alive. He will get eaten, and the Assault and Battery gets canceled by Best J-Rod-N-A. I don't know how that's going. The Q is there. It's not going to go. Best J-Rod-N-A barely survives. The Prophet has handed another kill.
Tom Kench R's away. So maybe he thought other people were coming, so he R's away to get to safety. He's definitely out. He's out now. With that Baron play, I'm expecting a 1-4. They could just keep Sion on another lane. Oh, he does not have TP. Never mind. They might just do the run it down mid strat.
He is running towards the bot side. It looks like CLG Paradoxical also trying to push for this tower and catch some extra gold for him, which is exactly what the likes of Resurrected need to get this Jinx into a good position. However, you have to be careful of the unstoppable onslaughts engage potential, the long range potential that it has here, especially into the likes of this Nunu, who has been doing aggressively and getting these good plays. The Dark Binding landing on a Shino, but nothing happens. And a good stopwatch there. Like the Nova Galaxy in the corner. Thank you for going golden in the river. We just needed to see that right on that ward. However, Lady Thesis is going to clear some wards as well.
Yeah, I'm not wasting your one and only stopwatch unless you want to build lasagnas. Pretty good idea.
Via's AP scalings, right?
Oh yeah, all of them.
Yeah. That's what I thought. The Vault Breaker is getting charged, but just gonna walk away casually. Lady Thesis, these snowballs right there do not do a lot of damage. Shows.
Yeah, Vi not having a stopwatch could be problematic in these next upcoming fights.
Lady Thesis is here in his jungle. Best J-Rod-N-A is here. Chop. We do, however, have Lady Thesis. The Aftershock is there. He's going to be able to take a lot. He has his ultimate charging. He's going to have an immense amount of damage. Best J-Rod-N-A really, really low. So is the Prophet, but they're going to be able to walk it out. It seems like Nova Galaxy and Shino is eating a Dark Riding on the side. We have a immense amount of damage, and super Death Rocket's not able to catch out Shino, but Shino is barely alive. He's running it out. He's barely alive, and it gets a kill over to TSM Bullets, as we have 3 members of EG still over here. The Pop Awesome is still available from Profit, so be careful of that. We have the Dark Binding. Oh man, this J-Rod is very, very low. We have CLG Paradox trying to do something, but Avail is running him down. He's having a really good time. We do, however, have a hero on the top side that she was 14 able to get a good kill onto Nova Galaxy, but CLG Paradox is not going to be able to clean up this fight anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Avail is still going. The E does land. He's in an awkward spot. The QE able to land, but not before the sun comes out. CLG Paradox still not really liking that, but Avail not having flash, not having his ultimate is going to have CLG Paradox get away.
Yeah, CLG Paradox barely gets away. Life steal a decent amount to stay alive and leveled up, so was able to live there. But this Nico is going to burst down the tower with the on-hit build. Or it looks like they're going on hit build. This Jinx is starting to turn online. Once he gets that third crit item, she's going to be very problematic in these up and coming team fights. Devi is going to have to definitely just try to force something on her, keep her down. Maybe just make sure that Black Shield's down before anything happens. Looks like the dragon goes over to EG. So that's their third Mounted Drake. That means this Baron, when this Baron comes back up, they're going to be able to melt it really insanely quick.
Those 3 Mountain Dragons are Mountain Dragons. Words are hard. Apparently I can't pronounce things. Weird. So, the 3 Mountain Dragons do an immense amount of objective damage, and the towers just get shredded, as we saw with the likes of the Ginsu Snatcher's Tooth on the Nico in the mid lane, which is interesting, to say the least, but obviously he's making it work, so good stuff for him. And with that in mind, also, Shooter's immense amount of objective damage as well is just insane. So the amount of objective damage that the side of EG has right now is really high, and with these 3 Mountain Dragons, is just exponentially higher.
Yeah, these Mountain Drakes allowed them to just burst down those towers.
Ooh, best J-Rod NA trying to get some wards, but feeling frisky right there.
Yeah, Vision has been definitely a priority for both teams this game. They've been just fighting over that vision control constantly, which is pretty good thing to do.
Trying to get something going here, but not really liking this. Resurrected, though, has been in a decent position despite the fact that EG has been like in control of this game, but they are up 11k gold now, or just over 10k gold. But honestly, Resurrected still able to fight with them at this point.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising. Like 10k gold lead is usually just like, hey, there's no coming back, but I can see the comeback on this team. EG is not playing how they need to close out this game. They seem scattered, and it seems like their communication is not on point. If they group up more and just get that final team fight going with that 10k gold lead, I think they can just close out the game right here and now.
Best J-Rod NA, though, trying to get some vision there on the top side. Will get poked out. Was Bladed Thesis, though, getting caught out again in his jungle. Not very happy right here. The Q does not land. The Ballbreaker is able to stay there. The Chomp is coming up. TSM Bullets gets some good knockback to keep Bladed Thesis alive, as he's not looking happy right now. Less than half HP on the Nunu, as he is going to keep it going. TSM Bullets is going to keep him alive, and no catch there for EG.
Yeah. If EG would have engaged right there, they would have been 4v5 because Shino was not available for that fight, so it was really smart for them to pull out.
Shino getting a WQ there, doing immense damage over this wall, just allowed to free hit here with his Muro mana, and now has the Archangels as well coming in. The Seraphs working towards it. He does have 250 stacks right now. This is kind of a slow for a second tier item, but I believe in you, Shino.
Yep. With this Baron up, their Resurrection is just making sure that they don't get this Baron like underneath their noses, because it's just how fast they'll be able to take it.
Yes, they will completely decimate it if they just blink real funny. As she was 14, takes half her HP from WQ from the likes of the Ezreal, and we do, however, have some Pokemon coming out. Shino getting the damage all the way through the enemy team with the True Shot Barrage. When she was 14, is really low now, as EG starts the Baron.
Yeah, so Baron start, and they have no idea yet. It looks like they're about to check it. They get the ward on it.
Ooh, we do have TSM Bolts getting good ultimate out of the fight. We have the Snowball coming in. It lands on Shino. He is there. He is on Nova Galaxy. The Chomp comes through. The ultimate's coming out. The pop Prophet. Prophet that only lands on the Morgana. You have the Unstoppable Onslaught as he's able to get over the wall. Nova Galaxy getting a catch here. We have Shuno able to get a kill on Super 14. TSM Bolt's the only person alive here to be the front line for CLG Paradox. CLG Paradox is trying to guide up this fight. Tom can't tell from this coming out. He is able to flash over the wall. TSM Bullets is this front line that he needs. Sons of Prophet is trying to keep them alive as well, but honestly, 2 kills over the EG, and it's probably the Baron.
Yes, yeah, this Baron's going down for EG, and with that Baron, they should be able to end this game.
And there's an immense bot lane farm there for the likes of Jinx, the Mega Death Rocket, trying to shoot out as soon as she gets it, but not going to do anything with it. It does hit somebody, but it doesn't really help you much.
Yeah, Jinx was unfortunate in that fight. If she had met at that fight, I feel like the fight would have been a whole different scenario. But without being able to put out those rocket form damages, she was a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, not able to get like the immense max range damage of the Jinx, especially this late game Jinx. She's level 13, building her 3rd item now, or her 2nd Zeal item. Does have the rune hands. Excuse me, I keep burping. Unlucky. So, I expect to probably see a rapid fire cannon for the extra safety here to be able to auto attack from safety, and the immense range that it'll grant the Jinx.
This track is probably going over to the side of EG, but this would be amazing on the side. It will really help with that Ezreal poke, and any just poke they receive before the fight starts. It's also really good for the side of EG. It helps even more with that Morgana poke, Syndra poke.
Bestial LNA does use a stopwatch. We'll be able to stay alive with that. And no catches here for the side of Resurrected. Catch up Bestial ever. It looks like Nico is starting up the Dragon. Nova Galaxy pushing down mid lane with the bot lane of EG. It looks like the Prophet will solo this out, and they're starting to close in here. They have 5 dragons on the side of EG. They're pushing for this inhibitor. We get some damage going in from Shield 14 onto the Prophet. Honestly, Meeps, what does Resurrected do to get back into this game right at this point?
They just need a turtle. They need the turtle, and they need to stop bleeding out, which then they're struggling with, because they're bleeding out right now. They're about to lose 2 inhibs. They need to stop this bleeding, and they need to do something.
Yes, I feel like they need to pick a side and make something happen. Veil, though, is a pressuring, though. He doesn't have the... It's going to look really awkward right now. They are going to get this first inhibitor here. Veil is there on the bot side. He is going to get stunned. He's going to get Unstoppable Onslaught out, and he is unstoppable with that. So pay attention to these minions, as it looks like EG will be translating to, or will be rotating around to the top side to go to this top lane and push for the top side tower for the tier 2.
Yeah, Jinx with 3 items already. I completely forgot about the rune hands in Jinx. That's what she was rushing. And that's right. But with these 3 crit items, she is very massive. If she can just stay alive in the fight, getting those rockets off, she could be doing astronomical amount of damage.
Yeah, this is Resurrected's time. The W is down, but Unstoppable for the Zion. However, Morgana is not be the one matching the Veil here. You do have TSM Bullets with the teleport. Veil will be able to just get this inhibitor here. Now you're being threatened immensely.
Yep, they sent the support to deal with the Zion. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Morgana doesn't have the damage to deal with him.
Ooh, we do have Nova, the Shuno getting completely pushed out of the fight. We do have having a bit of an engage. The damage is coming out. The Pop Blossom is there. We have Nova Galaxy dying from Nova Galaxy dying from the Syndra. We do PSM Bullets trying to get some damage down. However, it looks like he will fall as well. Morgana is dead. CLG Paradoxical is like 10 HP. Shield 14 is the only person there to keep alive with the peel and the damage. That is all the inhibitors down for the side of Resurrected. The game is looking to come to a close very, very shortly. EG is coming in. We have an immense fairly fast plate. This is coming into the middle of the team. The chomp's coming out. The damage is coming out, but it does look like Bestial LNA is going to eat that man and show him how it's going. You're not going to be able to tell Shuno fuck Shuno this day. He will just be able to kite you out. It looks like Shield 14 is able to catch out the Prophet, but he is in a really awkward spot. He will get a good stopwatch. However, Shuno is going to come in. WQ does land. He will die to that orb coming down at the last second, and Veil will get the plus 50 for the next. EG takes this game against Resurrected.
Yeah, Prophet said, hey, team, get on my back. I'll get you there. And he did. He definitely did. 10-3. But Shuno actually did do work this game. Probably I don't want to put any numbers out there, but he might have done the 2nd or 3rd best on the team.
Yes.
7-3, probably decent amount of damage, knowing Ezreal's.
Lots of poking potential on the Ezreal. Lots of damage coming out as well. Doing decent in this matchup.
Let's see. Damage wise, Prophet doing the most. That's very common. Very what I expected. Words.
My client being very slow, so I'm waiting for that to load so I.
Yeah, Nico doing the most, Ezreal doing the second most, and then we see the Jinx going in. Jinx was starting to get to the very strong point. If EGA didn't, not EGA, EG didn't close out soon, the Jinx would have been problematic. And Syndra doing the fourth most damage in the game. Expected she was putting in definitely the good deeps, so that's good.
Yeah, trying to get this damage down for her team here. We do have that coming in, and frankly, that was some really good stuff. EG collecting this very much needed win. Prophet just carrying them all the way there. He is the true enigmatic of this enigmatic gaming.
Oh yeah, I did want to point out, Avail had 0 pink wards. 0. 0. 0. That's
Unlucky. Just point it out. Just, let him know. He's going to get beat with a beaten stick. That's your job, Shino. Well, I believe in you. With that in mind, though, I think Maeve should be joining me for the last game as well. It will be Killer Whale Brigade versus Exile Gaming, so that'll be a great game here. We are going to take a little bit of a break, about 13 minutes for the next game to start, so expect to hear from us in about 10, 12, something like that. So with that in mind, I'll see you guys then. Hello, and I'm Bosso, and welcome back to Duo Esports. I got cashews in my mouth, and that's fantastic timing. Joining me for color casting is going to be finishing my nuts. You have the Dark Sovereign, Eclipse, Edgy Eagle, as we like to call him, will be my color caster today as we are casting Killer Whale Brigade versus Exile Esports. And how you feeling today, Edgy?
I feel like you always have nuts in your mouth.
Listen, only sometimes, and I just like to gargle. Don't worry about it, shit happens. So, we have a wonderful game here. I'm pretty excited to see what the Killer Whale Brigade with their orcas and all that stuff. They have this great team composition that I like from them. They showed great promise. Exile has been doing really, really well at the beginning of these of the league. They started to falter once they changed from Evo to Exile, but alas, shit happens. We do, however, have Waifu Nona change his name to EXE Nona. The Zoe one trick, and I expect to see some great things from the man today.
See, but last time we saw him on Zoe, he lost. So
I was
really?
drinking that night, that's why. So, unlucky. Oh, however. Well, it's fine. I expect some great things from Exile here, Edgy. So, with that in mind, do you think we're going to see anything spicy or game?
I don't know if we'll see anything spicy. KWB is known for swapping their players in and out of roles, so we will see about that. I want to see some spicy picks personally, but
From this moment forward, can we call Killer Whale Brigade the pod rather than the team?
I'll see if I can remember to do that.
Because they're a pod of whales.
I get it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna remember.
I'll remember, don't worry about it. An immediate ribbon ban as Mimikaze is allowed to play his champion as, playing it a lot. Does very well. Not bad on the champion as well. The Fiora ban from Lamzera, though.
I understand the Fiora ban, I understand the Ribbon ban. I feel like you didn't really need to ban the Fiora, but besides the point.
Opted for it. Feeling good. The Nocturne ban as well. Doc's not allowed to play it. Really annoying pick if played correctly and able to get that good early lead. We do have the Rise ban as well. Not liking C9 Blue Sentinel having the ability to play that champion. Ooh. Got nuts stuck in my teeth.
Oh, man, it's the Zoe ban.
I'm just hungry and I want to eat nuts. So, the Zoe ban, which we expected.
Zoe ban, as we expected, agreed from Nona with the Zoe tag. Lucian banned to round them out.
Yep, and there it is. And an immediate Yorick, just first pick. Not even a thought, just boom, Yorick, because that shit is busted.
And this is why I think that the Fiora ban probably should have been a Yorick ban instead, but what can you do?
Mm-hmm. Killer Whale Brigade has shown really good priority for this year. Really liking this pick in general. We do have the Vladimir, though, for Nona available.
Oh boy. Nona the true trick playing Vladimir and Zoe, and literally nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Well, he played, what did he play in that? Oh, Annie.
Annie.
He was Annie. To not bad success, however, they did not win that game, so also a thing. They had a great early lead, and
We know my opinion on Annie players, we also know my opinion on Vlad players.
Zoe players.
Zoe
Honestly-
players aren't me, that is Meeps.
And me. I agree with this statement. We do, however, have a Jinx pick, a really good late game feeling coming in, and good team fighting that we're seeing from Exile right here. And the least pick for Drakenrich, I like that. That's aggressive, and we can see some good playing around the Yorick here in the top lane to facilitate him to get to that immense split pushing role that we expect of a Yorick.
Once Yorick reaches a certain point, he's just like Nasus, he just
Excuse me.
doesn't leave the lane, just beats down your towers. If you try to 2v1 him, you kind of just get slaughtered.
Mm-hmm. The Ghost, the Maiden does not really like you. Have a fresh pick here, and I like that into lane. Jinx having that good lane prioritization. However,
Sorry about that.
that's fine. I burped away from the microphone this time because I'm trying to, not be a monkey. So, with that in mind, we have a
Even
Zac
better.
here for Docs.
Even more team fighting from the side of Exile. I think we know what they want to do.
Honestly, I wanted to see an Amumu.
Cassiopeia
Vladimir?
ban.
Honestly, I like that here. In the likes of the Thresh, not able to second part of the hook. Elise has a very can't use a Q during the miasma of the Cassiopeia. We do have a Nami ban as well. A gamer not allowed to play his Nami. Probably going to see another support ban, I think, that'll keep Jinx alive, so that's something that I expect.
Ezreal for the last ban. Pinching the AD carry pool just a little bit more.
Just gotta pinch it, just gotta let Shy Teenage Girl thinking about her.
Gotta make her even more shy. Make her play back even farther.
Yes, absolutely. So, probably a Caitlyn coming in. That's what I expect with the likes of a Thresh Caitlyn. You have like this good 4-1 composition that you can have with the likes of an Elise and Thresh. I imagine that we'll see those champions actually. I imagine that Caitlyn would do very nicely here. And a Jax ban as well, of not allowing Kaze to play that.
Jax is just really obnoxious right now. Just build Trinity Force Spear of Shojin, and you just sort of constantly cast E, just can't be hit. You get damage reduction on AoE. You just get really hard to kill.
Ooh, that's a Rakan. We're doubling down on this fight hard. I like it.
I like it too. I question whether or not, because for Engage, you have the Zac, you have the Rakan. Will Killer Whale Brigade be able to, as a pod, stop the Engage? Nico is very good counter Engage, though.
Nico's immense counter engage. Also, Thresh is really good in nibbles and Rakan. So as long as Shoot a Beast is good at Thresh, we expect to see some spicy things happening here in the bot lane.
Get some good plays to cancel out Zac jumps.
Yeah, and also the grand entrance of the Rakan.
I forget how
That is a Nico AD carry.
And we have a Sylas mid.
I was thinking about it.
What's the deal for the Sylas?
Yeah, you have the quickness, you have the Let's Bounce, you have the Mega Death Rocket, you have the Vladimir ultimate. You do, however, maybe have this Yasuo pickup, which is also a great ultimate for Sylas to steal. The knockup potential with the E, as well as very easy for Sylas to use. I don't know if we're going to see it, and we do see this Yasuo here on the top lane.
I'm not a huge fan of the Yasuo pick here. I don't think it's the best pick for into Yorick. But we'll see. I think at a certain point, you just try to... You draft like a team comp fight, a fighting team comp. And then you pick the Yasuo, which can fit into it. But wouldn't you much rather have him splitting? To try and draw the pressure wider, because
Maybe,
you have a decent 1-3-1 with this team, but that takes away from your team fighting.
Yeah, and they've got immense team fighting. Honestly, I think you just go for the 45 usually.
You just go for the hope you get a nice big knockup with the Zac into a Yasuo ultimate into the Vladimir ult for 10% bonus damage,
or even the Rakan. The quickness and grand entrance is an immense H tool for the likes of this Yasuo, easily setting up that, and then also Zac follow up on that, and then you have the last breath coming in from Yasuo to get this extra knockup damage. That's so insane, especially with the likes of Jinx using her what is the name of the rocket? Pow Pow. No? Pow Pow? No?
No, Fishbones.
Fishbones, the shark rocket. Makes sense. That one, the exploding AoE. Lots of damage that'll be coming out there. Vladimir's ultimate thing, especially just even if all he does is throw his ultimate down and then lag and walk into a corner of the map, he's done his job as Vladimir by hitting R and getting the Chemo Plague onto everybody.
10% bonus damage. It's pretty good.
Is it even 10%? I thought it was more than that now. Is it like 14?
I believe it is still 10%.
We can find out when we load in the game. So, with that in mind, Edgy, which of these team comps do you like more?
I like Exile's team comp more.
We are
It is
talking
10%.
about it a little bit. Oh, it is 10%. All right. I suck. Don't worry about it. That's the way the color caster. So, with that in mind, we have lots of single target and catch potential from the side of Killer Whale Brigade. They also have some good counter engage. They have good ways to stop the engage of the Exile, and a good 1-3-1 composition as well as a good 1-4. So, lots of good things for Sylas to steal here. I imagine that just doing very well into the 1v1 of the matchup, into the likes of probably Yasuo York can be very hard for even the Vladimir or the Yasuo as he gets to his like early mid game stage, as he does, especially with the Maiden. So this will be very interesting to see. And the Nico way to carry in the bottom.
I'm kind of excited to see the Nico. We saw it last game, pulled up by Prophet, but in the mid lane. I want to see it in the bot lane. I imagine it will also go unhit.
Mm-hmm.
W does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. I imagine that, I don't know if she'll go press the attack tempo. Quite interesting to see. I imagine that it'll do a decent amount of damage, but they do have a lot of magic damage on the side of Killer Whale Brigade. It's something that, honestly, Zach and Vladimir both can prioritize the Spirit Visage game and be real happy about it.
They can. You can also, I imagine that the Yasuo will get a Maw over Asterix this game.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine so, but I don't
You never
play
know.
Yasuo.
Me either, but I do expect to see him dash and be like, Hasaki! And with that in mind,
Maybe
10
we'll see a
seconds.
fancy Keyblade.
Ooh, I do like Keyblades. I played Kingdom Hearts once or twice.
Once or
Yasuo's-
twice.
Yeah, you know, like a
You're
lot.
lying to me.
I don't know how to count that high, so I'm gonna say once or twice. So,
Oh, so you're like Valve.
exactly. Whatever you just said. So, the game is coming in. The spectator delay is over. We're gonna get to see some matches. Maybe we'll see something spicy coming through. Nothing super spicy that I'm seeing right off the bat. Nico's opted for press the attack here. We have the Guardian Rakan. We have the Phase Rush Vladimir. Silas opting for the Aftershock, though, instead of something a bit more aggressive.
I can agree with the Aftershock. It just lets you be a tank for the team if you need to. Aftershock gives you a lot of armor and MR. So it just makes you a little bit more sustainable. Sadly, we see the Aftershock Zac. We don't get to see the Hot Pez style Phase Rush Zac again.
Correct. Honestly, it tilted me just a little bit. I will say, though, Nico's opted for the Domination secondary, and Jinx has opted for the Inspiration secondary. I don't really like either of those almost champions. I'm going to be honest here.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. On Jinx, I would much rather have just the standard Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. On Nico, I'm imagining that it's what you can proc
I was going
sudden
to say,
impact with your W, so you could go that. You could
Uh-huh.
get Cheap Shot, you could do Taste of Blood, and then I imagine you are going Ravenous.
Not
Because
bad idea, but I would have really liked to see a lot of lights of maybe like Mana Flow Band and the Scorch. I think that would have been immensely well for your laning phase. You do not have the best amount of HP on this Nico, and sure you have like good abilities to like scale, harass them out of lane if you are able to land them. If you don't have the mana to be able to use them, then you're in an awkward spot here. And I don't like the domination here for this extra damage coming in because you want this sustain to be able to poke them out.
I really want to see the Elise show up mid, because if Silas lands a chain, you're guaranteed the cocoon. But you could also just go bot. If the Nico lands her root through one minion, it's a long route. And that just chains really well into a very long cocoon, and they're probably dead.
Yes, absolutely. Like, the Elise can do immensely well. I think the Elise is very good to gank all three of these lanes here. Elise is like free roam of the map, but I think what we really need to see is how the Zac can facilitate the bot lane and the top lane. I don't think he really needs to look at mid lane too much. I think Nona should be safe and be content just scaling and being the Vladimir that he wants to be. And I don't think Silas will really have the ability to push him out of lane that early on.
He definitely won't be able to push him out early on. Vladimir's just going to press Q on him a couple times, heal up. The melee, as a melee, you're not going to be able to do much unless you manage to land the E, but then as you're walking away, he just presses Q on you.
But Vladimir gives the good suck.
I feel like that's a bad suck.
No, it's a good suck. It's just... And it's good. It feels good. Vladimir's happy about it. Silas doesn't like it. Definitely hurts. Makes him sad. But he can steal some of the suck away from him with the Chemo Plague. That's a good ability to steal, and I like that one.
All of these ults are at least reasonably good to steal. Jinx Rocket, it's alright. It's not the quickness or it's not the Hemo Plague, or I believe Zach's ult is called Let's Bounce. Yes, it is. It's not a
It
Let's
is.
Bounce, so it's not as good to steal, but if it's what you can steal, take it. It's still good damage.
And it's also an execute, a long-range, map-wide execute that will have now AP scaling. So, honestly, that should be immense amount of damage. And if he can steal, of course. So, it's like a good way to win a team fight after the team fight is over, I think.
Elise smiting her first buff to just start clearing faster.
It's something you see some junglers do, especially in the like. Elise really just wanted to get to the opposite side of the map as fast as possible. Has red buff, really wants to be probably looking towards his top side to get Yorick really comfortable in the split push.
Just gonna see some generic farming at first. No one's gonna really look to fight until the Elise shows up to start some shenanigans.
We do, however, have Zach going for the bot side. Gonna look for this bot side scuttle as well. Maybe make a play around bot lane very soon, or mid lane as well. However, he is spotted by a ward there in the river.
Spotted out. Not gonna likely be able to do too much now. Vladimir's shoving the Sylas under tower anyways, so he can't look for a mid unless you want to dive level 2, and that just doesn't sound like the best plan.
Hey, you've got Zach Pass, and you got teleport on Yasuo. Just go ham.
The last dive I watched Exile do with, I believe it was these exact two champions as well. They didn't do very well on it.
Well, I'm excited to see what's happening. I will say, C9 Blue Sentinel has almost no mana already. He's going really full HP still on Vladimir.
You can go aggressive into the Vladimir, but you're not gonna really be able to poke him out that much.
The sustain he has, however, Drakenrich will find Dox here. Dox is just a Zach. Zach doesn't care too much. It looks like nobody on his team is be able to react, though. And it looks like the Elise may be able to get those away. It looks not good. We do have the smite coming in from Dox. Dox going to get the large raptor. Elise is going to use the repel to get in there. Ooh, he does walk back into the cocoon, but he still has his passive, and he doesn't really care too much. He's out. Goodbye. Drakenrich should get the smalls.
As Bo would say, mid-jungle synergy on point. Not rotating to help your jungler.
Who needs your jungler when you're a mid laner? Just fight them. As we do, however, have the pings. He really wants red buff. Sylas is here as well. Nona not really reacting. Kaze is going really aggressively on the Lamzaro on the top side, though. He's getting some really good trade. Lamzaro is out of mana. We do, however, have a good play there onto Gamer. Gamer able to get out of the hook from Shoot a Beast. As it looks like Elise is going to steal the red buff from Dox, and Dox is going to be real sad here.
Not hitting that hook, kind of unfortunate. What can you do? I have a pun for if he starts landing a bunch of Thresh hooks that I will save till later. I'm sure that you can guess what it is, though, boss.
Maybe. I look forward to it. However, I will say, though, that the way Thresh really works into the specific matchup. Ooh, he does get a good there on the Jinx. We do have the E, we do have the Q. Lots of damage coming in. He does get the grand entrance and the shield back onto Xylandis, but he will die. Shy Teenage Girl getting the first blood of the game on the Nico AD carry.
Had the stacked up third auto for the passive, just flash auto. It's really fast on that third auto. Does a lot of damage too.
Yes, it does. Shoot a Beast missing another hook. He's 1 for 3 right now. Doing not bad. As you know, I believe in you, Thresh. You can land that ability, especially with the likes of this pick potential on the Thresh. You just have immense CC control coming in here from the Thresh, or from Thresh and the Nico. If just one person steps out of line, they are going to get popped.
Between the Thresh hook, the Flay, the... what is it called? The Tangle Barbs from Nico, if she gets it through one other person first, it's a lot of CC where you just can't move, and you will die from it.
We do, however, see just an attack speed rush on the side of the here with the press the attack Nico. Very interesting. Xylandis, though, able to get some good pushing here as we do see Thresh coming in back to bot lane, but I don't... They're just going to probably try to hold this this bot lane here for the likes of the Nico.
Just looking to hold it. One of the minions slides past. Not the normal spot to hold the wave, but normally you'd pull it up towards the tri-bush rather than down towards the wall there unless you're walking back into the lane brush to actively reset the minion aggro so you don't take quite as much damage.
Yeah, but walking over there is a bit aggressive, and you can get collapsed upon pretty easily by the likes of Gamer and Zyland if they or if they are so choosing to collapse on you. So I think it's a bit safer there. It's not like a bad pull, so honestly, good stuff. So you see some trading coming. I start to see people starting to hit 6. C9 Blue Sentinel going really aggressively on Nona. Nona, though, just sucking him dry, getting the sustain. C9 Blue Sentinel getting some decent trading, but Nona is Vladimir. He's just gonna suck.
Just gonna give you the suck, get his health back.
Suck with 2 C's.
Suck.
Exactly. As we see Kaze doing pretty nicely into this. Be a bit more aggressive. However, we do see Killer Whale Brigade going for an aggressive invade, a 4-man invade this early. A Gamer in a bit of a spot. The Grand Entrance will keep him alive. However, Dox is going to get cocooned. He's going to get popped. He's going to not... Ooh, burping. Burping is hard. However, Nona is still here. He does have Hemo Plague, but I don't think... Oh, he does have the pull. He's going to probably get hooked here. He does have the... He will get out. And no hook there from the Thresh. Just going to kite that out. And the blue buff going to Drakenrich and another buff. Dox and the likes of Exile.
Not really why sure Nona was walking over there. The invade is already happening. It was already too late. Not much you can do. Dox is already out.
Ooh, Xylandis does get the cocoon, but don't stack the CC. They try to both go for it. Does get some poke damage on to Xylandis here from the Neeko, but nothing really happens there.
Nothing really happens yet. We'll see more later. The Neeko is currently splitting points between Q and W, which is interesting.
It seems to me that you want like the good little bit of early Q damage, or the Q points to get the extra Q damage, to try and poke them in her lane. The W you're going to obviously want to max first, but I think the early point in the Q is probably just to facilitate the poke potential that the Neeko can provide. Is my guess anyways.
I can see that. Kaze just pushing up top, getting some damage on the tower.
Gonna get those whirlwinds to try and just push out the lane a little bit. Lambzero, though, kind of roaming around a little bit. Still has the Maiden. Kaze still trying to do what he can here. Gamer and Xylandis are not having a great time in the bot lane, despite the fact that Xylandis is up CS.
Buslo, it's your favorite. Both teams have a suck mechanic.
I know. It makes me happy. You got the Maiden suck. You got the Vladimir suck. No Fiddlesticks, though. Kind of unlucky. However, Nona going to be kiting out C9 Blue Sentinel around the minions. This phase rush proc does have the Hemo Plague. He's going to use that. He's going to go aggressive. However, Kaze is also going to go aggressive. However, the Ignite is there. C9 Blue Sentinel will steal the Hemo Plague. We'll use it on Nona. He is going to get the healing and will keep himself alive, but nothing happens. Just the Ignite from Nona, and we still have the teleport from C9 Blue Sentinel and no flash from Blue Sentinel.
Real interactive gameplay. Both of them just healing up off of each other. Not much to see.
Some early... Ooh, Dox is seen here by the Sword, which he's about to see as it expires. We'll see it break. That's unlucky. Trying to get something going here but for the likes of the Zac, but we'll get spotted. We'll lose this red buff to Lambzero. Lambzero very happy with this red buff in the top lane.
It's gonna be hitting Kaze over the head with the shovel, and now it's gonna burn.
And slow.
I mean, yes, it's gonna slow him, but I feel like the lighting you on fire and being hit in the head with a shovel is gonna hurt a little bit more.
Listen, I'm just saying that if you get hit in the shovel really hard, you're gonna be slow. Not like slow moving, but you're gonna be slow in the head.
Isn't the joke that he's a Rune player and that he already is?
No, he's playing Yasuo, so no, he already is. However, Drakenrich is going to get collapsed on by Dox. Going to get some good aggression here. The Let's Bounce to take him out of the Lantern, but he's going to not bring him anywhere. We do have Nona in a bit of a decent spot, but no Hemo Plague will be able to keep this going. So Lantern will keep him to safety, and then the box just to make sure that they can't follow.
We see a lot of skirmishes that just don't end up going anywhere. We see Drakenrich being very aggressive on this Elise, just walking into the jungle of Dox. Can't really do much to stop him at the moment, but at some point, you're not going to be able to kill the Zac as the Elise. At least not
Yes.
very fast, and by that time, you're gonna get collapsed on.
I just want to see someone play around the top lane here. Like, I think both of these champions are aggressive and have good like mechanics to play around one another here, and like they just need something to sway this matchup. Drakenrich and Dox can just come top lane. Both of them are so good at diving the other here. If Kaz is able to push into Lanzero, or if Lanzero is able to push into Kaze, you have a great dive mechanic on the likes of the Elise. You have a great dive mechanic from the likes of the Zac with his passive to reset aggro as well. The Let's Bounce is really good, and passive on his blobs. And yet we're not seeing any action here in the top lane. I'm very interested by it.
Playing around top laners, what's that?
Hard.
Yes.
Hard.
My experience, most top laners, even if you give them a lead, kind of just int it away.
Unlucky. I'm just saying that, you know what? God helps themselves. So you know what? Top laner, get a solo kill. We'll talk about it then.
See, a little bit of trading mid, a little bit of sucking.
Just some good old-fashioned suck. Nothing's really happening on the map. Both... Excuse me, I'm dying. Don't worry about it. Both junglers just opting to farm, make these little tiny invades onto Dox, but Dox is still, like, even in camps on the Elise here. So, as much like you're invading the Zac and denying him buffs and denying him the potential to have this really good aggressive ganks that he can by playing Zac, you're not really getting a lot done here from the likes of this Elise, as the Elise has like such good early gank potential, as well as Dox keeps finding this pink ore right here in this bush. You'd think that you put it somewhere else. The man keeps checking.
You change where you're warding. I just like how Lamzero would walk to the Grump, and then across the map came a turret plating set of gold.
Yes, absolutely. And Kaze is just getting sucked by the maiden. Not really liking that. TPing back to land and just getting bullied for his position where he TP'd to, which is kind of unlucky.
TP to the minion wave in front of the Yorick. While he has ghouls out, he's just gonna throw the E at you, and then you're just gonna start taking the damage from the low minions. You're gonna get sucked by the maiden. You're gonna get hit in the head with a shovel.
And then you're gonna be slow and probably retarded. Not very happy about it. That's what happens when you get hit by a shovel really hard.
Are you speaking from experience, Voslo?
Yes.
Okay.
We do, however, have the blood pads coming in from Vladimir, trying to do something in this mid lane, but both these mid laners having decent sustained mechanics. The Kingslayer having amount of healing. We do have Zac maybe trying to get something going. He does have the E. The Let's Bounce, or the Elastic Slingshot, is going to get canceled. He does get the Q. He is going to be able to pull him. The Tango Bar is not going to be able to stop him. However, the Gleaming will be able to keep that going. Lamzero not able to cancel this. The Let's Bounce is coming in. We do have Lamzero is here. The E is not going to be able to do anything. They're going to be able to get this out. Dox still has his passive. He's going to be waiting for that. Kaze, though, has no TP, so he's not going to be able to save this out with the quickness is coming in. No Charm coming out just yet. He does hit Lamzero with it, but that's about it. We do, however, have the Pot Blossom. We do have that. Lamzero was here. A good flash emo flick. It looking like Exonona is not going to be able to get too much going here. He does have the Ignite. He does have the damage. We do have the suck. The suck is powerful. We do have Shy Teenage Girl getting sucked to death, and that is going to be great for him. Exonona getting another kill. The Xylan is really happy with these this damage that's coming in. However, the mid lane turret will fall for this on the side of Killer Whale Brigade.
Alright, Dox killed himself by using Let's Bounce and bringing the Yorick further with him. And then Shuda killed Shy Teenage Girl and himself by hooking Vladimir and pulling him out of the cage.
Yes. Yes, he did. And frankly, it was good because I got to say suck a lot. So,
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
I love
We see the top turret falling in response to mid turret falling, and we see the Dragon
however,
over to
Dox trying to get the steal, but not fast enough. Drakenrich, though, and C9 Blue Sentinel, though, X-Gamer, gonna get a little bit of a grand entrance, but nothing really gonna happen. Just dash out and just be completely safe.
second Drake going over to KWB. Got a good selection of dragons.
Ooh, Exonona gonna get stunned, gonna get knocked up. We'll get that good little bit of a pool damage. He's gonna destroy Drakenrich here with that good Hemoplague. He will just die before he gets this empowered suck. So, Shoot a Beast, though, collecting that kill on the likes of the Fresh, feeling pretty good. And Shy Teenage Girl is opting for Orc first item.
That's not a Rage Blade or Nashor's Tooth.
Correct. But, going for it nonetheless, gonna go for ED attacks hit.
Lamzero getting yet another red buff.
Lamb's Arrow is doing quite nicely, invading into Doc's side here. Dox is doing fine here, just trying to scale, do what he can as a tank. He's fine with losing some of these buffs. They're helpful, and they get him escalating into the mid to late game sooner. However, he's still ahead in farm against this Elise here, despite it all. So you're still taking things from him, but he's still doing more than probably the enemy jungler. So is it worth it for you? I mean, maybe if Lamb's Arrow can make something happen with the red buff. However, Kaze is going to be in the mid lane now. And we do, however, get the stun on the gamer as he tries to make a play happen. However, X known to try and get something. The Q is there. He's going to get the damage. He's going to get the knockup. Get the let's bounce. He's going to get Lamb's Arrow. He's going to cancel it a little early, and he's going to get sucked, and he's going to get dabbed.
It kind of pains me to see Nona never charging up his E before he goes into the pool, but
it's all right. I believe in him. However, I will say though, Drakenrich, bit of a good spot here. Kaze though with a good dodge, get out of the stun, getting the Keyblade right there, Drakenrich gonna get right here, getting extra damage. The Qs are coming out, the Steel Tempest, the E's are coming through. He's dashing all around. He's getting the shields. He's getting the damage. That is two for 0 on Kaze right there.
2 for 0 and a 2v1.
That's words are hard. Thank you, Eclipse.
You're welcome.
I'll work on those one day, but right now, I'm just gonna have monkeys babbling words. Hard, good thing. Kaze though, with Dox, gonna take this mid tower. What now?
Next Drake we're gonna see is an Ocean. So
Silenus, bit of an awkward spot. The Battle Dance is coming out. The Grand Entrance does get stopped by the Tangle Bar. However, the Battle Dance second proc is going to come in. He doesn't have the Gleaming Pool. The Gleaming Pool is there. We'll get the little bit of heal. The Ignite, though, is there. Next, Nona going to try and kite out Lamb's Arrow here, but he's going to be real sad. The E comes out. The Pool comes out. He's going to have the Empowered Suck. Suck is coming out. The E is there. The Blood Tide. The Hemo Plague late to get nothing for him, and he will die. As we do have X Gamer getting the battle. Oh, no, that is not the Battle Dance. It's Grand Entrance. However, he does have the Gleaming Pool. He does have the Battle Dance coming in. We do have Zac. Zac is here. He's going to get the good engage. That's the fantastic as X-God destroys their bot lane right there, and his Exile is getting really far ahead now.
yeah, so as approaching his 2 items, 100% crit, he's going to start doing a lot more damage soon. He already does a ton of damage, but soon it will be even more. He decided to go for the Phantom Dancer, so we won't be seeing a Sterix Gage or a Maw this game. If he does, we might have to flame him.
There's no might. There is going to only be a will flame if he does do that. If is a key word. However, I'm liking these team fights. They're playing around Kaze. Nona is trying to do what he can on this Vladimir, but right now it's just a matter of trying to stop Lamb's Arrow, because Lamb's Arrow's getting to that point now, and he's just sucking towers, breaking things down. You got the Maiden here that does a lot of damage, however. Luckily, they're able to save this tier 2. All the tier 1s are gone on the map except for the bot lane for Exile, as we do see Blue Team, Killer Whale Brigade, going for the Rift Herald.
Picking up
to
the
Silas.
I mean, he's the one who's going to need the back first, so you give it to him, he gets the Empowered back. I would have rather seen it given to the Yorick so he can have even more things just walking down the lane with him.
Having all of the friends in the lane with that, whatever he's pushing. I really want to see York go to the bot lane now, get this tower gold, as it's just going to be standing there. It's really hard to 1v1 this York. He's got the Trinity Force. He's going towards the Sterix, as we see. We have the Yasuo with his 2-item spike, having lifesteal now as well, so he's going to be really hard to deal with. I don't know who wins this 1v1 just yet, though.
I believe it depends if the Yasuo manages to windwall the Yorick E so that he doesn't get the prioritization on the ghouls. I believe the Yasuo will win.
I want to know. I'm not even sure if the Yorick wins, even if he lands the E, because the ghouls delivering that onto Kaze. Kaze just gets more things to dash onto. However, though, they need to make something happen. I do think, though, that Exile's in a bit of an awkward spot. Silas is going to push down this tier 2 if he's left unattended. Exile has pushed this in. They do have the 1-3-1 coming in. He does use the Elastic Sing Shot coming out. We do have the quickness. The Battle Dance is here. He does have that. The Grand Entrance. He does not get anything going with the quickness. You a little bit slow on that. Not going to get anything going. They're going to get the Dragon. They're going to get this, but they have to stop Silas here. He's got the Riptail. He's pushing for another tower. We have Kaze here, though, and I don't think C9 Blue Sentinel can do anything about that. You're going a bit aggressive there. Kaze's going to get the Riptail. He's going to get this. He's going to get the knockup. I think PTL's going to get the damage. The Last Breath hasn't been used just yet, so as we're watching the bot lane play, he's got the battle dance going on. We do have Kaze destroying this 1v1 right now. He's got the life steal. The Kingslayer is still there. Good flash Q, but not going to land anything with it. We do have the blue team Killer Whale Brigade able to push the tier 2 in the mid lane. And there's going to be nothing really happening all around the map. The C9 Blue Sentinel's trying to hold the rest.
Lots of fighting going on, lots of split pushing. Everyone's taking the dragon. You lose your top tier tower. Open inhib now.
Exile got to make these moves a little more aggressively and a little determination. You see it happening, you just got to go. They're not pulling the trigger just or as fast as I would like to see them doing.
We would like to see them pull the trigger just a little bit faster, but it's really hard to actively engage on a Neeko and not just get obliterated by the Pot Blossom.
It is pretty easy when you have an AD Neeko, because she does have the base damage on it is pretty high, but right now the base damage on it is 425, but has no AP, literally no AP, so that's not doing too much.
That's still a lot of damage for a base damage itself. Yeah, it's not the most, but it also stuns you, and if you get a good stun as the counter engage.
As we do see Nona going aggressively, this pure suck is coming in. We do have the Ignite. He does have the Hemo Plague, so getting an extra damage here. Lamb's Arrow going to try and kite this out. The Sterak Gauge coming in. He does have the E Flash. Lamb's Arrow going to have to flash away. The Sterak's Gauge is gone, but Dragon Rich is here. He does have the Cocoon, but what does he do here? He is going to get this going. The pool is coming out. He's going to be able to keep this going. He's going to kite that out. He's got the E. He's got that going. He's still got the suck. He's still sucking. He's still sucking. He's keeping it going. Oh, he does have that. He's going to come out of this. He's going to get the empowered suck. Oh, but he does not. Lamb's Arrow is going to get that kill with a shovel. This Islandus is going to get eaten right there, but the quickness, the grand entrance does miss. Gamer in a bit of an awkward situation. CC9 Blue Sentinel Flash eating into the Gamer, going to get charmed because that X-Gamer is in a bit of an awkward situation. We do have the Pool coming out. We do have 2 double kills for the Neeko. Neeko, however, will die to Kaze. We do have C9 Blue Sentinel, however, the Steel Tempest will get wasted. Should be a bit of an awkward spot, but he's trying to get this keep is going for his team. Kaze is here. He is strong. He's going. He does have the land. Last breath is here. That is a triple kill for Kaze as we have Dragon Rich trying to make something happen here. He's killing. He's trying. Maybe can he get this catch? He does not. He does get the Cocoon though. They are going to stop that back as Lamb's Arrow is going to destroy this tower now because the backs have been stopped.
Just wanted to stop the back, let the Yorick have a little bit more time to hit the tower.
Nona is alive. We'll probably be able to catch this Maiden, but nope. Maiden is still following Yorick. We're going to keep that going. And Yorick is just playing the I'm a hit tower, the non-interactive game.
As most Yorick players do.
Just running around.
We saw a big team fight around the Baron. I like that Exile called to do the Baron because they saw both Lamb's Arrow and Dragon Rich bot side to try and catch Nona. They didn't complete it, and instead they traded a triple kill for a tower.
Which,
or was it 2 towers? It might have been 2 towers.
It was 2 towers. They got the tier 2 and the tier 3 inhibitor. They have almost no towers on the side of Exile here. You have only the mid lane tier 3 and your Nexus towers now. All the inhibitors haven't been touched yet, but the inhibitors are open in the middle, or in the top and bot side.
If we see a good set of picks coming from KWB, then we'll just see the Yorick get to freely go and hit inhibs and just laugh as he takes your base.
Yes, absolutely. Yorick right now is in a bit of an aggressive. Really need to see Kaze matching Lanzera here. He's building his 4th item now. He's got an Ruby Crystal. I don't know what he's going to be building that into just yet. Could be a Sterak's Gauge. Hopefully it's not. But we do, however, have the grand entrance coming in. Dragon Rich going to eat that Gleaming Quill. The Elastic Shot does not get anything going. The Snare does not keep him there. And we'll be able to get away due to the Dark Passage of the Thresh. However, we do see Lamb's Arrow roaming towards the mid lane, but Kaze is going to keep pushing down the bot side.
Do you think we see Kaze build a Spirit Visage?
Honestly, I would really like that here. I think that they have so much magic damage on the side of Killer Whale Brigade, And something like that would be pretty optimal, especially with all the healing that he's going to have. Thirster. I think that it'll be very good here if he does build. Gonna try to go for the edge. He's gonna be a little bit caught up. The quickness is here. The Grand Entrance doesn't get too much going. He does have the Battle Dance. He does get that going. He will be not able to stay alive, but Kaze is here. Xylantis is kiting out this fight. We do have the passive of the Zac here. The pool is coming out. Nona's still in a good spot. Lamb Zero is still keeping this going. Kaze is also keeping this going. We do, however, have the Janius. The Janius is not going to be able to keep him. Beastlayer will be able to keep him going. The Shy Teenage Girl is going to get caught. He's going to be happy. He's going to be sad. He's coming out. Dox doesn't have his passive anymore. He's still keeping going. I don't know what you're going to be doing here. You do have Kaze still fighting out this fight on the side with Nona. He is going to be able to fall. The Ignite will be able to catch that kill for Nona. Shy, Teenage Girl, and Lamb Zero are trying to keep this going here. You do have Xylantis. You do have Vladimir, but it looks like Killer Whale Brigade are going to get priority on this dragon.
Dox tried to betray Xylantis because he started the Let's Bounce while Shy Teenage Girl was channeling the Pot Blossom, and he jumped towards Xylantis, but the Pot Blossom went off during the air and canceled the Let's Bounce. So, crisis averted, but you just tried to kill your AD carry.
Yeah, I think Dox realized that because you can't cancel the Let's Bounce. You're actually unstoppable during it. So, I actually just...
Well, it was in the air. In the air, he died because of it.
Interesting. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Because, yeah, that would have been... Yikes for me. Just like, here you go, Xylantis. I hope you like Shy Teenage Girls, because let me tell you, they like killing you. Also, it looks like it is going to be a Spirit Visage for the likes of Kaze, and I like that.
It could be a Spirit Visage. I believe Adaptive Helm also builds out of Spectre's Cowl.
It does, and honestly, good item too. I would like to see the Spirit Visage with all the healing that he's going to have, and a little bit of CDR is always a bad thing. Which, also Adaptive Helm gives CDR too, because
CDR isn't the best stat for Yasuo, though, because it only really affects your W and your ult. Your Q is based on your attack speed, and your E is already, like, a really low cooldown, and it's more affected on how long it lasts on the minion.
I mean, fair, you're right, but you know what? I like CDR. Makes me happy, it's fun to say. 3 letters, you're just like, anagram! And it makes me happy. So, I'm gonna say it again. CDR.
You definitely were hit in the head with a shovel. Did you play against Yorick in real life?
No, it was my brother. He was named Yorick. His name is Eric.
Ah, okay.
It's close enough, though. Real life inspirations. So, he did actually hit me with a shovel. There was a gash wound on my jacket. That's beside the point. So,
see, both teams trying to get some vision around the Baron. As you should. Kaze down bot lane. York down there as well.
Ooh, Killer Whale Brigade just immediately starting this up. There's a pink ward there. You're doing that right in the vision of the enemy team. You do have Dox. Dox is able to keep this going. You do have the ability to push trigger. Lamb's Arrow does have teleport. Kaze has teleport too. Kaze is teleporting now. I don't know where he's teleporting to. Is he teleporting into the pit? He did teleport. He's now... It's looking like Exile's now starting the Baron. Is going to get disengaged going. Let's Bounce is going to get denied. It's not going to happen. We have the quickness. We have the Grand Entrance. We've got the Battle Dance to keep people alive. We do have the quickness from C9 Blue Sentinel. C9 Blue Sentinel is going to be able to kill Gamer. Kaze is going to keep this fight going a little bit decently for this side of Exile, but it's not looking so hot right now. The Steel Tempest is not going to keep it going. Kaze is not going to be able to keep life stealing. Xylantis is the only person alive. He's got the Q. He's got the damage, but he's trying to get into the middle of the enemy team. That's going to be Killer Whale Brigade with a clean ace.
Xylantis is getting very unlucky with these crits.
Yeah, it looks like Killer Whale Brigade is paying off by it for the crits. And just like, yeah, I don't really like those crits. Just don't give her any.
I saw like 6 autos in a row, no crits.
Honestly, unlucky.
He was at 50% crit. He just picked up an extra 15%. Maybe he'll start critting more, but that fight could have been turned by just a couple of crits.
Mm-hmm. Especially if he got his passive out the
Get excited.
That's it. Get excited. Words are hard. You know? I said it before, I'll say it again. They're still hard. Just getting the extra movement speed and the attacks, but you have to get excited would have been immensely good for Xylantis there, especially in that team fight. Kaze was trying his best, but couldn't really handle the York and the damage that he got from the quickness. C9 Blue Sentinel stealing the quickness there and just running through all of Exile. It was like an absolute team fight changer. So you have Dragonrich in a bit of an awkward situation. The Q does land, but it's nothing to auto attack. Get that second thing, but we have the Dark Passage able to keep the Elise alive. This Elise Thresh synergy is amazing, and I love these two champions together.
Very good pick, very good escape. Elise just repels into the air, you just throw the lantern, she falls on the lantern, she takes it away.
And it's just like, goodbye, friends. We do, however, have Dox getting caught a little bit by the Cocoon, but Dox doesn't really care. Will get flayed out of the Elastic Sing Touch. He's going to eat the hook. He is pretty tanky. He is still alive, but he does have... Ooh! Almost betrayed Gamer there. Whew! However,
A lot of
Lamb's Arrow
betrayal going on this game.
Ooh, Lamb's Arrow going aggressively onto Nona. Nona will use the Heat Blink. He's going to use the E to keep this damage, try to keep this wave culled. He is going to get some damage out. Just, you know, sustain, stay alive, be scared of Lamb's Arrow, which is honestly fair. He's 6-1 on this York. 4k HP, really strong, really hard to deal with. It's looking like Dox is trying to pick a side. Right now he's trying to go for Nona is in a bit of an awkward spot. Gamer is going to fall here. The B team is going to get the first inhibitor. Nona is not really liking this. If he lands, the W is there. He's not really happy. So right now, Nona is going to fall. This man is not happy. Oh my god, the Let's Bounce is going to bring them right on top of Nona. Nona doesn't really like that. That's not where you want to bring your teammates. And we do have Kaze trying to do what he can in the side. He does have the Steel Tempest, does have Last Breath. Does he get it going? Gets a good two-man knockup. Will it be enough? I don't think it is. He is going to try and do what he can, but Lamb's Arrow is going to be able to kill out Zac on the backside, and Kaze will die as well. The other person alive is Islandus. Islandus does get his first kill of the fight. To get excited does help, but it's not enough as he will fall, and the Nexus is taken by Killer Whale Brigade.
Good game for both teams. Killer Whale Brigade comes out victorious with the York just beating people down and drawing pressure.
Shovels, man, they're really hard to deal with.
We're going to go look at the damage charts, and the York did almost 30,000 damage in this game. By far the most damage, almost 10,000 damage. More than 10,000 damage above the next person.
Just be careful of men with shovels, man. They're just going to beat you over the head until you drool and say funny things, and your brother has to put a helmet on you.
Lamb's Arrow yet again, or not yet again. Second game in a row where we've seen a top laner not purchase control wards.
Who needs control wards if you're just hitting
Beating
people in the head
people
with a
on the
shovel? Honestly, fair. Honestly, fantastic game there from Killer Whale Brigade. You see the numbers, you see him outright. It's fantastic. Killer Whale Brigade showing their dominance on the IBSGCS league here for Duo Esports, doing immensely well against Exile. Exile having a faltering a little bit in this mid-season slump. Maybe they can get back into this in the later stages of the season. Good job to both games. This was our last game of the night here at Duo Esports. It was me, Vaslo, and joining me was Edgy, Eclipsed, Dark Sovereign, the man of many names, the liar, the trap himself.
Why are you like this?
Honestly, because it's funny and it makes me laugh.
I appreciate
Also the shovel.
you.
I tried my best. So with that in mind, I wish you all a great night and enjoy yourselves. And we'll be back here tomorrow.